Welcome to this week's broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Overwatch. We are broadcasting from the Shenandoah Esports Arena, and tonight we have some very exciting matches in both the third place decider and round 2 grand finals. I, as always, am your host, Josh Cunningham, joined by the
Ryan Blankenhorn. And how is everyone doing? And games we have tonight. That is a statement. Wow.
Yeah. Very, very amazing competition to look forward to here tonight, as we have both the third place decider and grand finals. Grand finals going to be an absolute heater this evening, because we have the underdogs in the Vipers taking on the round 1 champs in the Lynxes, and this is going to be the match to watch. But before that, we have the Scorpions taking on the Barracudas. The Barracudas very strong early on in this competition. Coming here tonight, though, unfortunately going to be fighting only for that third place spot. Previously in round 1, they were in that grand finals match, losing out to the Lynxes just barely in map number 5. And, you know, they've fallen a little bit far here as they are going in for the third place game, but the Barracudas are looking very strong nonetheless as we are closing out the Rumble tonight.
Absolutely, Josh. And, you know, these Barracudas, yeah, they came in really strong. They came in as a great dominant team, and then some things happened, and they weren't able to secure that grand final spot, and now we have the Lynxes and the Vipers showing up there. But the Barracudas, still not a team to sleep on, still going to be able to fight for that third place spot tonight against the Scorpions, and really proving themselves tonight, saying that we are definitely going to get our third place spot. We deserve it. We know we're going to do good, and that is their goal tonight, Josh.
Yes, it absolutely is their goal. The Barracudas having to get some sort of, just accomplishment and a big achievement as they are trying to leave here. Second place is great for round 1. They want to get that third place for round 2, don't want to be in that fourth place spot. The Scorpions, though, have also looked very, very good and quite consistent throughout the competition.
Absolutely.
They previously are third place finishers in the first round, and they have been doing a great job kind of just coming back against both the Barracudas and the Lynxes in these last few weeks, and just being very dominant. Unfortunately, not quite able to get out the win last week to put them in grand finals, but they are in that third place contender spot once again, and they are going to be trying their best to win it out here.
Exactly. And, one of the major factors last week is the Barracudas didn't have Big Dream on their side. That help on the side of the Barracudas just wasn't there. And tonight, they're not going to have Big Dream again. Frozen Phoenix is going to be back in on the side of Barracudas, but now they've had that time to play with Frozen Phoenix. They've had that time to get used to him, get used to how he plays on the tank and the DPS, which we saw last week. And now we're going to see, can the Barracudas really work well around Frozen Phoenix and take that victory, or are the Scorpions going to be able to take advantage of that player loss on the side of Barracudas?
Yeah, that is going to be the biggest question, is Frozen Phoenix's performance tonight. Last week, they had a bit of a shaky start for their debut here in the Rumble, but they want to make sure that they finish strong, and the coaches are very confident but that the team will be able to rally around Frozen Phoenix here tonight.
And I think that's definitely going to go well for them tonight. The coaches, they definitely believe that Frozen Phoenix, now that he has had that time with the Barracudas, they will perform well. They're going to perform better, and the Scorpions are going to need to look out tonight.
Absolutely, but the Barracudas aren't through it yet, as the Scorpions have been a very, very fierce competition so far, and they are not going to go down without a fight. We saw just how tooth and nail they were about it last round, round number 1. One of the most, I'd say, engaging matches to watch was the third place match, and it's just an absolute banger of a game. So I'm very excited to see the third place match here in just a few moments.
Absolutely. And these Scorpions are they're gonna be doing some cool things tonight. I'm willing to bet. I can just feel it. The Scorpions, they're not gonna want to give up that third place spot. The Barracudas, they're gonna be coming in strong. They're gonna be coming in at, yes, they did not use Big Dream, but we already mentioned Frozen Phoenix. They're better well-rounded with, but the Scorpions coming in strong, coming in consistent, and that's going to be the key for tonight's game, how consistent the Scorpions are going to be, and if that consistency is going to beat the Barracudas tonight.
Yeah, consistency is going to be the main factor here tonight, and we can now see what our first map of the night is, as well as the rest of the game modes here in this best of 5, and we are going to be starting off with Push Colosio, which is where we have been starting off the last couple weeks into the Rumble, and it has been a very, very interesting map, very tight corridors for these teams to push through, very, very
Absolutely.
brawl-intensive, brawl-focused map for those comps. A lot of value out of other comps like ball comp as well, but those tight corridors are just so hard to push through without a Reinhardt or a Junker Queen. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see how these teams run their comps tonight. Will they be sticking to the tried and true ones that we've been seeing the past couple weeks with the Reinhardt, as well as the 2 DPSs, one looking to dive, as well as just someone spamming out or getting hitboxes off? The Barracuda is going to be running the Pharmacy comp once again, this time with Frozen Phoenix hopping on the Pharah in place of the Big Dream. We'll have to watch their performance, as the Big Dream has been a very key player in the Barracuda's line of offense.
Absolutely, and we do see Glory on that ball. We've seen Glory play ball a few times. Junkrat speeding out of spawn at undeniable speeds. And the Scorpions going back to the good old-fashioned composition they're used to running in these rounds. They're used to running in these games. And we're going to see the Scorpions are going to be able to keep this consistency that I mentioned up as some damage is being thrown in from the side of Blank onto Barracudas, onto that outward area. The bot going to be unlocked in about 5-ish seconds. And Avian is going to get rid of the lamp early from LR15. And Blank is going to take out not Doomfist from the side of Barracudas. So Scorpions are looking pretty good to push this bot forward now that Barracudas are actually down Frozen Phoenix as well.
Not quite sure what happened to Frozen Phoenix there. Gambler going to bring them back into the fight now as the Scorpions continue to have control of this bot and are moving it very slowly towards the Barracuda's side. The Barracuda's just going to have to find some way to get back in this, and they're going to do it by taking out Shirsty first, and this is going to be a massive opener for the Barracudas. They lost not Doomfist early on. They're going to the Scorpions looking to take that player out once again with this Lucio pressure just not being denied here. Mercy there to help the Ana and actually take the Lucio out. LR15 going to go down for Scorpions. Blank able to take out Avian, and actually that Lucio was able to get out Triplet with the movement.
Yeah, that was some great Lucio movement from Triplet. Managed to get out from a Mercy and an Ana. And the Scorpions, it was a very messy fight this entire time, but look how much progress the Scorpions already have. They're about maybe 10 meters away from that checkpoint. Is not Doomfist is going to find not... Daiwo is going to find not Doomfist and Glory with a pin and a fire strike. And now the Scorpions not pushing the bot yet. They're going to get rid of the rest of the Barracudas, but they are definitely going to push the spot forward and probably end up getting this checkpoint now, as the Scorpions are being very dominant.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard with that Pharmacy to kind of contest on the point as well. The whole objective of that comp is to stay away, and Blank's going to absolutely defeat that comp right there. That's going to be bad for the Barracudas, who now just has to fight on point with that ball. Ana, going to get the sleep just in time to stop Naiwo from getting the slam, and that would have been very bad for the Barracudas if not Doomfist had gotten lost early there. Now Naiwo gone, going to be very good as they try to turn this point around in their favor. Under the high ground, just a meter off of the checkpoint.
Yeah, and Barracudas did come back. They came back strong. They stopped the Scorpions from getting that point. As I say that, caster cursing it. Scorpions getting the point here, and now it's going to be seen. Barracudas running 2 ultimates here. Scorpions going to be looking at 3 to 4 ults as they come into this next fight for Reconnect.
And Frozen Phoenix used the ultimate on the far, switched over to the Echo there, was able to get one, but immediately traded out, and that's not going to be good for the Barracudas. Hopefully able to find a bit more value here from this Echo hero. And now Glory going to be taking out Naiwa with the assist from Frozen Phoenix there, starting to feel a little bit of something. Shirsty able to take out Gambler for the Scorpion, so this fight is still back and forth. Blank, though, making it in the favor of the Scorpions there. He'll take out Frozen Phoenix, and the Scorpions continue to apply pressure once again towards the spawn. Shirsty able to take out Glory, and the Barracudas looking very, very shaken at the moment.
Absolutely, Josh. And Scorpions only having to use the amplification matrix from Baptiste there. Barracudas only have the Mines and the Valkyrie, which is popped, but Shirtsy is going to find not Doomfist. Avian finding Blank, and Frozen Phoenix finding Shirtsy. Blank going to come back with a tire, getting rid of the Avian, but Naiwo's going to fall, and the Barracudas will most likely take this push bot back after 2 ults from the side of Scorpions were used, as well as Barracudas.
Yeah, just having to clean up Triplet there, who once again gets away from the fight. Triplet, a little bit late though, decides to run into the mine, unfortunately, and that's going to be staggered now onto the Scorpions. Scorpions having to reset the fight. They do have Shatter here. Barracuda's not going to have any ultimates on the ready, so Scorpions could look to sweep through this quite quickly. They'll see who they're able to get in this Earth Shatter.
Absolutely, and we see Glory pushing in hard. Glory is going to be able to get rid of Naiwo early into this fight. Triplet's going to do some fancy Lucio footwork here, maybe get out, not going to be able to. The focus beam is going to take him down, and now the Barracudas getting some good staggers, getting some good progress, and pushing forward into the Scorpions.
Yeah, Frozen Phoenix doing a great job finding the support there for him. The Scorpions, Barracudas continuing to push forward with that Nano as well on the ready. See who they decide to put it on as Glory takes out Blank. Tank taking out that DPS. It's going to be amazing as Avian finds Shursky as well. The Barracudas continue to apply this forward pressure. Not Doomfist still ready on the Nano. Naiwo applying the pressure, though no one there for the peel at the moment. And this is going to be very dangerous for the support. Not Doomfist not quite able to get away just yet. Glory coming back just in time to assist, as well as Frozen Phoenix. Barely saving the life, not Doomfist.
Yeah, and you know, Glory finds the trap, but he does get out, and Glory really feeling himself right now on the ball. This is the ball we've seen before, and the ball we're prepared to see now. Shurtsy is going to come over on the Widowmaker now, try to maybe grab a few picks. Blank's going to manage to find Gambler out as the duplicate does come out from Frozen Phoenix onto Junkrat, trying to build up a tire here, 20% up here, and remember, Echo does build a fast ult. Avian's going to find Shurtsy, Frozen Phoenix going to find Blank. The tire is ready to go, and Frozen Phoenix going to look for it on Naiwo, going to not quite get it, but Frozen Phoenix is going to go after as LR15 punches Avian and takes him out of the fight.
Yeah, and Frozen Phoenix putting a lot of pressure up for the Barracudas here. Ooh. Glory eating the slam as well, just to continue keeping this damage up on Naiwo, trying to take that tank out, as well as LR15. Glory just moving around all over the place on this map. Frozen Phoenix having to dip out of the fight to get some heals. Finally, the Barracudas not able to maintain the position they fought so hard for. The Scorpions retake control of the bot.
Absolutely, and the Scorpions are now going to be putting on this offensive battle as Shurtsy's trying to find a shot onto Gambler, but the movement of Mercy not going to be able to find it. Frozen Phoenix is going to put some damage onto Shurtsy as he's still going to look for these picks and probably just won't be able to get them because of the movement on Gambler, and Frozen Phoenix not going to let Shurtsy get this open shot. The window is used on the side of Scorpions as Glory's going to cause some commotion on the backline here. Going to get really low and may be able to get out. Lamp is forced on the side of Scorpions, and Shurtsy falling really low into this fight.
Yeah, Widow also going to pop the ultimate, give the vision over to the Scorpions. They try to wipe the rest of Barracudas, not doing this, and Avian both falling. Mines coming out from Glory as well, but Shursky and Naiwo, the rest of the crew over on the Scorpions, continuing to pump this damage out onto that objective, and LR15 eventually able to clear the player out, moving this bot forward. Junkrat ready with the tire. Blank going to be looking to get a massive amount of kills here from this ultimate, and we'll see if they're able to do it. This bot almost up on top of the high ground now on the Barracuda side of the map. Shursky able to find Frozen Phoenix early as well, and the Scorpions continue to just apply this pressure. LR15 going to be taken out, but that's another support gone, and the Scorpions just continue to wipe through this squad as the Barracudas are not able to find their foothold on the high ground. The bot continuing to push forward.
Yeah, and these Barracudas, they took such a long fight. We're looking at 2 minutes and 40 seconds left as Blank's looking for one of his famous tires here. He's going to look for it hard. He's going to save himself from Frozen Phoenix, but not quite from Glorious. Glory switches over to Monkey for the recontest. The Nano coming in from Not Doomfist, probably going to be thrown in here to help get that push bot back on the side of Barracudas, and there it goes. Glory jumping onto the Lucio, trying to get a pick. Shursky does manage to find a headshot onto Avian, but Glory's going to put some pressure onto LR15 and onto Naiwo here as the lamp is forced. Blank's going to manage to find Glory in the process, but the Scorpions coming back strong. Yeah,
unfortunately, the Barracudas not DPS not there to help follow up with Glory to get those picks on both Naiwo and LR15. Going to be very unfortunate as the Scorpions continue to apply this offensive pressure here. Window going down once again, and that's so much damage right on this bridge. Such a narrow choke as well. Frozen Phoenix popping off, though, able to find two, and that is going to be massive for the Barracudas, who just need to capitalize on these picks. Glory finding another one with LR15 as well. Avian trying to make something happen on Blank, who's just staying alive, contesting this objective, and Avian finally able to take him down.
Yeah, and you know, Barracuda is looking at a minute 30 left. They will not win this point in time, so they will have to win a few fights in overtime. They're looking at having to win 3 or 4 fights in a row to take this lead over Scorpions. and that is going to be extremely difficult, especially the amount of pressure and stalling that Scorpions are doing. Naiwo is going to take a quick nap and is going to be punished for it, and this is exactly what the Barracudas need to push forward, especially because LR15 used Lamp. Shirtsy does find Gambler, though, but is it going to be enough to push the Scorpions back?
And Frozen Phoenix going to have that blade ready as well in case any trouble or comes Barracuda's way as the Scorpions continue to get forced back here. The space being taken by the Barracudas excellently, and Frozen Phoenix continues to be the point man there. Not Doomfist is going to be in a little bit of trouble as the Widowmaker continues to try and look over there, but Naiwo going to take out Avian as Glory finds one, as well as Frozen Phoenix able to take out the other support. That's going to be massive for the Barracudas, who continue to just apply this pressure, and they are flipping the momentum right here in the last minute of the game. 30 seconds left on the clock. Not Doomfist with the Nano trying to stay alive, and Naiwo continuing to try and pressure out the support line. But the peel is there from the side of the Barracudas.
Yeah, and this is what the Barracudas need right now. They need to keep putting pressure on. The Scorpions keep staggering in, which is great for Barracudas. They're building up their ultimates here, both support ultimates and Pulse Bomb. Glory is going to fall really low, but the Nano's going to come in to give him some more sustainability. The Nade comes in as well. Nano falls really low. The Shatter going to maybe do something, but the Trans comes in and saves the rest of the Barracudas as they come in and take out LR15. Glory going crazy and also taking out Shirtsy. And now, as an overtime push, the Barracudas are going strong.
And this is what the Barracudas are known for, these overtime pushes. They've done them so well in the past, capitalizing on victories against both the Lynxes, the Vipers, and the Scorpions in the past. Will they be able to make that magic happen here again, Ryan?
That is a great question, Josh. Naiwo actually finds a very early pick on its Gambler. They do have that checkpoint spawn, so they'll be closer, but is he going to get back in time? Gambler does switch over to Lucio now, and the bat ball comes in from LR15. They're going to put some massive pressure as Glory puts on the pressure onto LR15. Triplet's going to find Frozen Phoenix. Naiwo on the not Doomfist. Barracudas falling really low into this fight. They need to do something, and Glory Gambler going to fall as well as Avian, and that's going to be it. The Scorpions coming in clutch at the end there.
Yeah, able to clear the point in a fantastic way at the end, not letting the Barracudas get the reset that they'd like to in those overtimes. It was a very, very close game at the end, but Naiwo able to put down some big damage for the Scorpions. Just main tank on that objective so well, as well as the support line just moving in at the right time. Finding Gambler early in the fight opened the entire end up there for the Scorpions to win, and they just did a phenomenal job, especially applying so much early pressure onto the Barracudas and moving that bot so far onto that high ground.
Absolutely. And, you know, the Barracudas, they really did well there at the end, and they really did have a chance to win that fight. But what happened there was near the beginning of that game, there was about maybe 2 to 3-ish minutes where the Scorpions just weren't getting progress. Not the Scorpions, the Barracudas. The Scorpions kept staggering onto that point, preventing progress push, putting pressure on the not Doomfist on the Ana, who just wasn't able to push that push bot forward. And the Barracudas just weren't able to get that progress that they needed to take the victory.
Yeah, unfortunately, they were not able to. The Gambler pick at the end going to be massive, a lot of sustain, as well as forcing that Trans in the last fight is just going to be a big tool taken away from the Barracudas as they try to make that last push. But that is going to do it for the first map. The Scorpions coming up 1-0 in the series here in the best of 5 third place decider. They were our third place last time. Barracudas in second place. We'll see if they are able to, Scorpions are able to stay consistent here and win out third place once again, but I expect that this match will continue to only increase in intensity as we continue down these maps.
Absolutely. And, you know, Barracudas, they're thinking about what just happened. They're going to come back into this next map strong, and they're going to come back as a Barracudas team. They're going to be like, okay, we know what happened there. We should have worked with not Doomfist a little bit more, maybe peeled a little bit more, and now they're going to come back into this next map and really halt the Scorpions, or do their best to halt them.
Yeah, they really are going to have to try their best here. We see the next map is going to be Circuit Royale. Once again for Escort, we've seen this high ground right after that first checkpoint be so dominant for both the Barracudas in the past and the Scorpions, as well as the first corner in general is just so hard to push. We haven't seen too many fights take place really fast past that first checkpoint. These games so intense that these teams are just struggling for every single meter, and it's just really, really hard to get to those later checkpoints here, but we might see it happen here tonight. This has been a very intense game. The Scorpions are responding with a lot of aggression to being in this third place match, as well as the Barracudas trying to make something happen. Frozen Phoenix definitely looking a lot stronger this week.
Absolutely, Josh. And, I'm curious to see, Circuit Royale, that high ground on that road there. Are we going to see the Widowmaker come out from Shirtsy and Frozen Phoenix? We did see that last week. So it's going to be interesting to see these two maybe come out on the Widow battle, see who can get those picks introduced into the fight, and actually maybe getting past that first checkpoint. Like you said, we haven't seen much of Circuit Royale. It is a beautiful map. I would love to see more. So we get to see which team is going to take that advantage.
Yeah, and I have a feeling it might be Shirtsy. You've seen them be super confident on the Widow in the past, and even in the last game alone, just finding so many clean headshots. If I was Frozen Phoenix, I'd be skeptical to challenge that line of sight. So we'll see if they do go for the mirror or not, and we'll have to crack that down as we head into map number 2.
Absolutely, and map number 2 is going to be this wonderful Circuit Royale, and the question is, what are they going to do? We are going to see Chum back in on the side of Scorpions. We've seen this before. We are going to see Frozen Phoenix on the Widow on the attacking side. Scorpions, Shirtsy is going to be playing Zenyatta here, so a more interesting pick. We see Triplet on the Hanzo here, actually. So maybe Frozen Phoenix might be able to do some more damage here, now not having to take that LOS battle with Shirtsy.
Yeah, we'll see if these players switch or if they stick with the off-roll switch here. Triplet doing a great job as a Lucio in the last map. We'll see if they stick here. And they are going to actually switch and have Triplet be the DPS player, which is actually really interesting. Frozen Phoenix will be on the Widowmaker, but there's not going to be anyone who's challenging.
Yeah, and Avian's going to take out an early pick on the Blank as Frozen Phoenix is going to look for another shot. Triplet's going to manage to take out Avian, though, so that's massive. Triplet is going to be taken out from Glory, so Barracudas are going to be pushing this forward, going to be putting some damage on them. Shirtsy's looking for some pressure onto that back line, but does fall low, and Gambler going to win the Zenyatta duel, and now the Barracudas pushing strong.
Yeah, we're going to see Blank here on the high ground, trying to pump some damage down onto these players as they round this first corner and get so much space early on. A lot of damage coming out from the Barracudas, and Glory applying so much forward pressure as that spearhead for their team.
Yeah, and we do see, now we're see double sniper on the side of Scorpions. There's a lot of pressure here. We have the Hanzo, we have Zenyatta, and we have Widowmaker going to be able to put a lot of pressure. Blank is looking for that shot. Frozen Phoenix going to find Shirtsy through the chaos, and the cart getting really close.
Too soon earlier. Shirtsy,
yeah, but Blank's going to find Frozen Phoenix.
Shots. Oh, there is the Widow duel in the end, though, going over to Blank. Blank's favorite Triplet going to be getting very low here. Glory just trying to get the pick here, having to deal with Chum as well. Not going to be able to find it, and the Barracuda is going to have to reset.
Yeah, and they got really close there to that checkpoint. We've seen this multiple times in the series, Josh. We've seen these carts not quite making it there. Avian is still in the back lines and is going to be majorly staggered by Triplet. So now the Barracudas need to fully reset, need to think about what they want to do for this next fight, and Scorpions are going to need to fight back.
Yeah, Scorpions having a couple more ults, but Barracudas have theirs on the ready in a moment. Nano coming online just now. Glory only a couple percentages away from having that lift, which is going to be massive. We're going to see Window come down from LR15 on this low ground, trying to put damage down as the team crossed over to the stairs. Unfortunately for the Scorpions, the Barracudas are going to be able to make it, as well as get a big lift onto both the tanks and that Zenyatta, taking out that, I feel, very early here. Chum being torched back off this high ground once again as Glory gets the Nano and is able to push forward both the Zenyatta and the DPS. Once again, fighting on this corner.
Yeah, and Gambler got really aggressive there, is forced to use Transcendence. Glory's going to find Shirtsy. Avian's going to find a nice headshot on the Blank, cornering him. Glory's going to find Chum. Avian's going to put some pressure onto Shirtsy. He's going to find the shot. Gambler's actually going to take it, and the point is taken by Barracudas as we get into this next section of Circuit Royale.
And the Barracudas are ready with more ultimates for this next fight. The Scorpion's going to have to respond with this lift here, and that's going to be a very, very tricky ult to get a lot of value out of here. The Scorpion's going to have to play very well as a team. The Barracudas, that overclock, going to be able to do so much, and Avian's going to pop it now, trying to find the value early on in the fight, and able to take out Blank. That's the DPS gone from the side of Scorpions. Barracuda's doing such a great job here on that DPS line to get these early picks. Chum, once again, having this lift, going to be the decider if the Barracudas are able to push through this point.
Frozen Phoenix giving us a nice little dance and a nice little headshot to follow it up. What a shot on a triplet. Frozen Phoenix going to look for some more damage. It's not doing this. Is going to find Shirtsy as well. Avian's going to fall a little low. We're going to fall to the Genji here on Blank. Blank's going to now pressure Frozen Phoenix a little bit. The Flux does come out from Chum. Going to look for some shots here. Frozen Phoenix going to try to cancel it, but Blank and Chum going to take out the support line on Barracudas. Walls is popped, and Frozen Phoenix gets 2.
Ooh.
Is he going to carry this fight? That's the question.
Oh, triplet putting an end to the Reign of Terror. Frozen Phoenix in the back line there with a nice arrow to the head. And that is going to be a lot of time, for the Barracudas on that push over to their side, but the Scorpions finally able to stop it at the checkpoint doors there, and triplet putting an end to Frozen Phoenix's rampage at the end there. Just a lot of stuff happening. Chum able to get so much value out of that lift. Now switching over to D.Va after that ult has been popped here, and just wanting to get a little bit more mobility to hopefully dive on the back line of the Barracudas. Speaking of the back line of the Barracudas, they're going to find triplet with Ana on that nade, and they're going to push forward on to LR15. Glory going to find it with the rock. Now just going to have to continue to just stay on this point. Avian helping out, as well as Gambler finding these supporting players as well as the DPS, and finally Chum's going to go down as Glory continues to just take space.
Yeah, and we see what happened there. The Scorpions, we saw Triplet get very greedy. He knew where Frozen Phoenix was. He knew that Frozen Phoenix was alone and went for the shot. Avid's going to find the lamp as well as Triplet. So now, once again, Triplet's out of the fight really early, and the Scorpions and the Barracudas are going to be able to just take this. Blank's going to contest point and get staggered here, and Avian is going to fall really low, but it's going to be able to find his way out. The Scorpions, they just didn't group up very well. Triplet dies early. Glory managed to find Shirtsy, and now the Barracudas are just walking all over the Scorpions.
Yeah, and they have both the Transcendence on the ready as well as that Nano. We're going to see Dragons fly out, but Triplet trying to get a lot of damage out onto that team who was grouped up on the top. Not Doomfist going to be getting a little bit low now, but it's going to be just fine as they help Gambler over here on the right side deal with this D.Va. Chum pushing in. Going to be D-Mech though. Glory responding with a peel, and there's just so many players from the Scorpions getting taken down by the Barracudas who just seem unstoppable on this push. They continue to move forward on the last corner now. They see the end. They just have to get to it, and this is going to be huge. The ultimate's going to be stacking up for both teams. The Barracudas have lift. It's going to be coming out right now onto LR15. Going to be looking to take out that Baptiste. Avian there with the help onto that pick. Going to be taking LR15 out, as well as Chum's going to be losing D.Va Mech. Ooh, Overclock taking out Blank as well as Chum. And Avian is popping off right now, able to find Shirsty. Glory helping out take out Triplet there, but that might be the Barracudas taking it all the way in.
Wow. You know, Avian there, I don't know if you realized it, but popped that overclock and actually canceled Blank's blade there, and then manages to find 2 afterwards. What an incredible performance from the tank as well as the DPS from Barracudas. That was actually amazing to witness. The Barracudas just kept that momentum going. The Scorpions couldn't find their way back in. Maybe one of them would die just randomly out of that fight, making them having to force back or actually push forward into the Barracudas. Barracudas capitalized, and we're just able to walk that point in with a minute and 42-second time bank on Circuit Royale.
That is going to be a lot of time, the most amount of time that we've seen here in this competition. On that third point, the Scorpions going to have to take a lot of distance against the Barracudas here if they want to, one, make it to overtime, and 2, if they want to get victory.
Yeah, and you know, we see the Far Mercy coming out from the side of Scorpions. Barracudas running the same, Avian on Sojourn and Frozen Phoenix on the Widow, as well as its Gambler, who we saw pop off a lot just then on Zenyatta. So it's going to be interesting to see, is Blank actually going to stay on the bar here, or are we maybe going to see a switch up once they realize what they're about to walk into?
And interestingly enough, we're going to see Shirsty and Triplet stay on those off rolls here in the map, which is just going to be really, really interesting to see. Shirsty really, really good at hitting their shots. We'll see how they perform on the Ana here in just a minute as the teams now roll out of spawn towards this first corner.
Yep, and it's Gambler as well as Frozen Phoenix looking for some nice opening picks. Not going to find them. No worries, though. They're going to be able to fall back to this high ground and put some more pressure onto Blank, who is really low in the sky right now, getting some massive high ground control. Frozen Phoenix going to find a nice headshot into Triplet to enter up this fight. Chum going a little out of position here onto the stairs. Not going to be able to probably make it out alive unless the supports on the side of Scorpion's going to keep him up. Triplet is going to get revived here from LR15. Chum still somehow staying alive over here. Going to fall really low, though, on the Diva. And there it is. Avian going to find Chum and not let him get out. And now the Scorpion's going to need backup and retake this fight.
Barracuda's doing a great job on the high ground, just locking it down. Glory maintaining that forward position and not letting anybody get close enough. Blank going to be trying to do something about it here with that Barra, but unfortunately not going to be able to find an angle just yet as the support line just continues to look at them, but trying to find Gambler, going to be getting them low, not going to find the pick yet. Blank still fishing for it.
Yeah, and Chum falling low again, as well as Triplet must have been taking some body shots and some Zenyatta shots there, not being able to push forward, and the Scorpions just need to find a pick here. Frozen Phoenix is getting this bridge control for free, and Avian is going to find a nasty shot on the Shirtsy. Frozen Phoenix going to look up and almost take out Triplet. Isn't going to quite take out Triplet, though. Glory's going to take out R15, Avian onto Triplet, and now, once again, the Barracudas showing their dominance.
And Avian showing their dominance as the DPS here with Sojourn popping off here on Circuit Royale, just doing so much work. We're going to see Glory up on the front here, just holding the spawn doors now with that lift. And this is going to be looking very bad for the Scorpions, who are not around that second corner yet.
Yeah, and all you have on the side of Scorpions is a Barrage and a Valkyrie here. The Barracudas, on the other hand, looking at all of their ultimates except for Nano. Overclock is used for Avian. Looking for another one of these massive plays. Chum gonna get him real low, but he's gonna manage to get out. But never mind, Blank using that Justice and killing Avian. Glory is gonna find Blank, though.
Yeah, big trade from Glory to shut down that Justice early before it gets any more value. Diva Bomb going to go out from Chum, not going to find anybody. As Transcendence gets popped from Gambler, and Frozen Phoenix just going to be continuing to try and find shots in the background as Glory gets pushed into this high ground. Chum just staying on point and finding a lot of value out of Diva pressuring this high ground.
Yep, and this is what the Scorpions need to push this forward. Chum keeping that high ground pressure, keeping it under control, making sure that Glory isn't going to get the value that he wants to get up here. Not Doomfist is going to find Blank, though, which isn't very good for Scorpions. But the Barracudas are going to come back in.
Can we just talk about the supports for the Scorpions real quick? Keeping Chum alive the entire time, then giving him the Nano, hoping he pops off in the back line. They're going to be doing so much there. Unfortunately, Chum is going to be taken down, but the Scorpions doing the best that they can to keep Chum alive.
Yeah, and that was a massive ante from Shirtsy there, but no one there to follow up on the side of Barracudas. Glory is going to find LR15 early in this fight, so they do have spawn advantage. They're going to need to push hard, but Glory is going to get Blank as well. The Scorpions just need to back up and reset with 30 seconds left in the time.
Yeah, it's not going to be a lot of time for a reset either, as well as Triplet going to be staggered very early by Avian. Not Doomfist still having Nano, as well as Glory having that lift all up to the bomb for the Scorpions to make something happen. Lift going out on LR15 is going to be dropped very low. I feel going down. Some support heals going on to LR15, but it's not going to be enough. Glory gets the pig, a little bit of toxicity thrown in there as well, but it's not over yet as the Scorpions try to get onto this point. It's going to be overtime. It is going to be contested, but the Barracudas continue to just take these players out. Transcendence gets popped, and that is going to do it as the Barracudas hold down the point.
And this is what the Barracudas needed here. Avian to go absolutely insane is exactly what they needed. That was incredible. In fact, I don't think Avian killed anyone with his normal primary fire. I think it was nothing but railgun shots.
Yeah, the railgun shots were absolutely insane from Avian. We've seen them completely wipe through the Scorpions line multiple times, and just a really, really great player there.
Absolutely.
Popping off this week on the DPS, looking to close out in third place.
Yeah, and you know, this is the Barracudas that we expected to see coming into this third place tournament. Seeing the Barracudas strong, seeing them really confident, and now we get to see, are they going to keep that up, or are the Scorpions going to bring that consistency that they have back into the fight and stop the Barracudas in their tracks?
Yeah, a bit of a momentum reset in map number 2 as the Barracudas were able to equalize it 1-1. We're going to be heading on to Kings Row next here for Hybrid, and this is going to be a very fun map, one of my personal favorites, and a personal favorite of the Overwatch competitive community.
Absolutely.
Kings Row is going to be an intense game number 3. Not quite the decider yet, but we are getting ever closer as these teams continue to battle it out.
Absolutely, and it's going to be a real close one. Like you said, it's a fan favorite, and it's a fan favorite for a reason. We see a lot of Reinhardt, we see a lot of brawl, we see a lot of big plays, and that, I am positive, is what we're going to see in these two teams tonight.
Yeah, and speaking of fans, if you're a fan of Esports Tower and the rumbles that we have going on here, make sure to check out Esports Tower at Esports Tower on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as everywhere else, and esportstower.com. Make sure to check them out there as well. If you're interested in more from us here at Shenandoah, though, make sure to check out our information. That's going to be at Shenandoah Esports for Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, as well as Shenandoah Esports for the YouTube and Twitch page.
Absolutely, Josh. And it is going to be good to see this game coming in. I can't wait. I've been waiting to see Kings Row for a while now, if you can't tell. I'm a little excited for this one. I'm excited for the game in general, but especially for Kings Row. And it's going to be so good to see what these teams come out with.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what comps they come out with as we are getting in to map number 3. Barracudas still taking on the Scorpions. It's tied 1-1 in the series. Who will come out on top as the king of Kings Row?
Absolutely, Josh. And, I don't think I've actually seen Kings Row yet. It's actually in the daytime, so that's a little bit of an interesting one on Overwatch 2.
Overwatch 1, yeah. Doesn't have the daytime. And we're going to see Blank back over on that favorite of the Junkrat. Frozen Phoenix now going to be the tank for the Barracudas. Glory going to be on the support line, and Gambler actually switching over to the DPS. So a lot of swaps for the Barracudas. Shursty back over on the DPS line, as well as Triplet back on the support line for the Scorpions. And things are starting to pop off fast as the Barracudas are already in this hotel room challenging high ground above point.
Absolutely, and Avian's going to find Shursty, Chum's going to find Glory, so there are some good picks here. Gambler is going to force some pressure. We saw him on the Zenyatta, so we know he likes to be in the front lines. So now we're going to see Blank, Frozen Phoenix, and Doomfist going to find these kills onto Scorpions here, and now they're going to be able to push forward. It's Gambler getting real low, but he does not care. Going to put that pressure on to Chum, and now the Barracudas doing a great job keeping that point.
Yeah, and Shursty able to take out Glory on that Lucio Scorpions, trying to do something here from the spawn line. Unfortunately, not going to be able, actually going to fortunately be able to come back into this with a pick on the Frozen Phoenix. That's the take line gone here for the side of Barracudas, and Shursty continues to pop off as they take Gambler out. Also, real quick, I forgot to mention, Avian and Not Doomfist have also switched, so Avian's going to be on that support role with Not Doomfist on the Sojourn now.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like everyone on the Barracudas is on a different role now, and that we will see if that's going to punish them or not. We did see them just take a massive push onto the Scorpions. The Scorpions did manage to survive there. Blank's going to find Not Doomfist in the fight, but the Barracudas not giving up, definitely putting some pressure onto this team, and now we're going to see the Reinhardt pushing forward almost with Shatter, but Scorpion's going to be having Transcendence, Amplification Matrix, as well as Graphitic Flux.
Yeah, and that Flux is going to be huge here as the Barracudas continue to wrap around this pillar, trying to push forward. Avian going to get taken out. Maybe we won't see the Flux use this fight. Probably going to be using some response from other ults. Shursty and Triplet able to find another 2 members of the Barracudas. Chum just pushing forward on the Frozen Phoenix. Going to get taken down here in 1 second. There it is. And now it's all Glory going to be falling down last for the Barracudas in the choke. The Scorpions timing it that perfectly, not giving an inch to the Barracudas yet.
Yeah, Josh, I don't know if you're looking at these ultimate percentages, but I'm telling you, we are about to get a Q fest if I have ever seen one. We have 10 ultimates on deck in this lobby, and it's about to be pure chaos to see as the Amplification Matrix on side Scorpions is thrown out first. A massive pin. All right, looks like Overclock as well as Flux isn't going to be taken out because the Shatter comes in. Ultimates from Barracudas with 1 remaining. Scorpions not being able to use many ults. Blank is going to find Glory. It's Gambler going to fall low. LR15 going to find Avian as well. And now it's really close for the Scorpions.
And somehow the Scorpions are going to come back on top here. And dang, that was just so close that I thought the Barracudas were going to be able to storm through that point after they got the pin onto Chum. But the Scorpions popping off and just getting so much value out of their ultimates. The Barracudas using most of them except for that Overclock. Able to find Shursty with Not Doomfist as well as taking out that tire. That's a lot of value gone from the Scorpions. The Barracudas try to push back towards this point. Flux still on Chum.
Absolutely, and 35 seconds remaining. Both teams looking at one ultimate ability. Glory and not Doomfist already going to start early with these pushes. Flux we're probably going to see come out unless not yet. Chum isn't going to be able to live this unless he is, because I am wrong.
The support line just, again, doing so much to keep Chum alive in that front line, just doing so much work. Such good supports on the side of the Scorpions. Chum is able to maintain position.
And now the Barracudas capping this point. They can now play a little safe. That's a massive sleep on the Chum.
With the anti as well. Glory going to be taking out Chum with the help from Frozen Phoenix. Not Doomfist ready with the overclock on the high ground. Going to be pushing forward as the Barracudas now feel the momentum and continue to push forward with this pressure. Shursty and LR15 though going to respond by taking out 3 members of the Barracuda, 2 members of the Barracudas, sending them back a little bit to the car.
Yeah, and Barracudas, we see Gambler switching over to Echo. Not Doomfist still holding on to this overclock here as Blank is going to find 2 on the side of Barracudas, and now the Scorpions are going to be able to push their team back forward with Shirtsy and Chum falling back.
Yeah, I don't know where LR15 came from, but he was somehow behind the Barracudas line there, just jumping around on the point. Triplet able to get there just in, or Blank, I mean, able to get there just in time to help keep LR15 alive. Chum back up in the front with the rest of their team, just trying to hold this archway corner here. The Barracudas struggling once again to push to the choke.
Yeah, and Scorpions, Blank's going to use this Dragon early in the fight, pressuring up that high ground. Scorpions looking at 3 more ultimates. Barracudas looking at 3 as well. Both support ultimates on the side of Barracudas. What a rock from Chum. And the res is going to come off, though, because of the Transcendence, but the Flux is now going to come in, as Triplet's going to find 2 of both Not Doomfist and Glory. Chum going to find Gambler, and now the Scorpions putting their pressure back onto the team.
And Triplet having some very nice shots. Frozen Phoenix and Avian going to get taken down to
Railgun shots.
Wrap up that team fight. Blank going to continue to be maintaining this forward position with the rest of the team, and actually Triplet having a very cheeky spot up in the corner, just trying to keep the high ground heals available for the side of the Scorpions. The Barracuda is going to be pushing out with Shatter as well as Gambler. Able to take out Blank very early. A lot of low health bars there in the fray as Shursty able to take out Frozen Phoenix. Now going for Triplet, going to be able to find the second player. Gambler is finding by taking, Gambler is the one we're going to be seeing popping off right here. Able to take out Shursty and Triplet now looking at Chum after using that clone. Going to be almost getting Flux, not going to be enough as Shursty pops off, able to take out Gambler.
Absolutely, and Shirtsy on this Echo, we have seen it so much this game already, Josh, is just insane. Its Gambler has hit some major shots as well, but Shirtsy is just not letting anyone do anything while on the Echo. Not Doomfist is also going to get staggered with 4 seconds remaining. Its Gambler is going to take out LR15, but is anyone going to be able to get onto that cart in time as Barracudas are running really, really low on these players?
And the Scorpions doing a great job to hold out after losing the first point, not letting this cart get very far ahead, keeping it under the archway. The Barracudas trying to change that right now on this last push here. Ultimates coming out with overclock, going to be trying to open things up here in the side of the bookstore here, just continuing the fray of the brawl.
Absolutely, Josh, and you know, Barracudas, Not Doomfist popped that overclock and was able to get a few picks there, and now the Barracudas are going to be able to push this cart a little bit forward and put the pressure onto the Scorpions to see if the Scorpions are going to be able to recontest this, or Barracudas going to be able to push this all the way to point 2. And now it looks like Avian is going to maybe get put out of position unless he get out of alive with some nice Lucio movement.
Triplet continuing on the support here, just doing so much work on the bat for the Scorpions. Actually, the Barracudas are going to C9 though, just walk off the point. And that is so unfortunate. The Scorpions able to hold due to the C9 from the Barracudas. We'll see what happens as we switch sides here, but dang, that was such a close game. It's so unfortunate to see it end like that for the side of the Barracudas.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know, Barracudas, they were so close there to that next point, but they just weren't able to get there. They stepped off cart and they weren't able to get it, which is really unfortunate. But then again, that is not a bad push on the side of Barracudas either. This is easily holdable for Barracudas, but the Scorpions, Shirtsy may pop off again on that Echo, and we're about to find out.
Yeah, the Echoes have been the game changers so far. They keep being the ones to make the plays. There's just so many good sight lines for them to be able to take on this map, and some angles just dodge in and out of with that amazing flight ability. So the Echoes just going to be a very, very solid pick here on King's Row. Scorpions, though, going to potentially look to switch things up. We see Shirsty bopping around between a few different DPSs there. We'll see what they finally settle on here in just a couple of minutes. But Chum going to be sticking to the D.Va here. Frozen Phoenix now on the Hog for the moment, and it looks like they're going to be staying on Roadhog as they are already in the hotel.
Yeah, and you know, so it looks like Shirsty may be staying on Torb unless we're getting trolled.
Oh, the hook on to Triplet with the assist from Not. Doomfist is going to open the fight up for the Barracudas. Glory able to take out LR15 as well, and the Scorpions already have no support line. Blank going to find Gambler in the chaos. Shirsty able to take out Not Doomfist somehow, but Frozen Phoenix and Glory continue to keep this pressure up. Chum going to get demech'd and unfortunately taken down by Glory there. Frozen Phoenix with the Hog just opening the fight up.
Yeah, what a hook that was. I mean, now you can look at the ult percentage of Triple looking at about 20%. Scorpions were shut down fast that fight because of Frozen Phoenix on that Roadhog, and Glory doing the work as well on the Zenyatta, putting some pressure in. As we see, Glory's going to take out the turret, not going to let that get any value. And now the Barracudas coming back in strong, back in to contest the Scorpions.
Going to be looking at Shirsty, it's Glory, going as well as Not Doomfist, able to take out the turret. Oh. There goes the player. Shirsty falling a bit early there. Blank able to take out Glory in response. Gambler falling that Mac. Avian able to take out Triplet. LR15 taking out Avian, and these are just trades back and forth. It's Not Doomfist finds Blank. Gambler able to clean up Chum, and that's the Scorpions back to spawn once again.
Absolutely, and the Scorpions, they need to figure out what they want to do here. It's Gambler falling really low, but does manage to get out alive. Barracudas looking at roughly just the whole Hog ultimate. Scorpions looking at almost Transcendence. Frozen Phoenix going to use it early. Chum is going to find Frozen Phoenix, but not until Frozen Phoenix finds Shirsty. And now Scorpions may try to push in here, or maybe they'll just try to play it safe, try to equalize their team, and then push in, as Blank is going to try to find someone, but its Gambler is going to follow LR15.
Yeah, LR15 having a nice headshot on the Gambler. That's what the Scorpions need right now. A nice early pick to open this up with a second one on a Doomfist. There's the third for LR15, taking out Avian. Transcendence going to be popped as well. Blank just continuing to lay down the damage with Shirsty, and the Scorpions finally have a foothold on the checkpoint. And not only is it a foothold, they're going to be taking the whole thing and getting control of that payload.
Absolutely, Josh. And you know, here's the thing with Scorpions. Blank does not need to hit these headshots. That is something that is very common misconception in the community. You do not need to hit headshots on Widow to cause some major damage. And Shirsty's going to get Frozen, not Doomfist, really low. But we see the damage coming in. Shirsty not going to find his way out. And now not Doomfist as well as Avian coming behind the Scorpions.
Yeah, unfortunately for Shirsty, that second player is going to be there to help not Doomfist out on the high ground. Frozen Phoenix going to be up in the choke where Chum held so long last time. We'll see if they're able to have similar performance now on the Hog, as Sigma just so good at keeping the space here. We'll see how this hook is used. And man, trying to take out the Noon. There goes, take out the High Noon before it's too late, but Gambler is able to get taken out by Shirsty. Frozen Phoenix forced off of the front though, into the back line as Chum continues to apply forward pressure. Bomb going to go out, maybe take out Frozen Phoenix. He's going to get around the corner just in time. Shirsty able to take out Glory after finding out Avian. The Barracudas no longer having a support line, and the Scorpions are looking really good right now.
Yeah, exactly, Josh. And speaking of support lines, let's take a look at the Scorpions looking at both support ultimates as we are nearing this yellow box of victory for the Scorpions here. And now we're going to see as Blank's going to find an early pick on its Gambler, so that High Noon is out of the fight. Not Doomfist is the only one on the side of Barracudas looking at an ultimate ability, and this may be the game changer if Barracudas wants to win this.
Yeah, and Scorpions only 1 minute left. There is the contest coming out from the Barracudas. It's going to be not Doomfist on the point with the Ana. Frozen Phoenix as well on the ball, going to get taken out very early. Somehow not Doomfist still alive with Echo now and still alive, but unfortunately not able to stay on the point after so long. The Scorpions able to come out on top in the end, taking King's Row and 2-1 in the series against the Barracudas.
Yeah, and you know, Josh, that was that was something, wasn't it? You know, we saw some great plays there. Unfortunately,
the punt.
That is unlucky if it's not a gambler. LR15 just not being nice to anyone in this lobby. Oh my. But, you know, it was unfortunate not Doomfist not being able to find that copy there at the end that he was really looking for, unless he wanted to go for the Ana. But I think he was trying to go for Chum there on the Diva, try to get some more contest, get that bomb in, force them off a point, but just wasn't able to get it. And unfortunately, that Ana was there for the stall, but just couldn't do much else.
Yeah, and the Barracudas going to have a tough time here now as the Scorpions are 2-1 in this best of 5, putting them on match point. That's going to be very unlucky for the Barracudas. The Barracudas having to find a way to respond. They've done a lot of off-rolling and switching things around and making sure all the players on the team are very comfortable for these maps. It still has not been enough, though. We'll see how they respond and try to come back for 2 more maps, hopefully, for the Barracudas. We'll see if the Scorpions are able to close it out, though, now and decide that they are going to finish out in 3rd place. Yeah, just really, really great so far here in the competition. And we will be moving on to Lijiang Tower next for our control map.
Yeah, and this is where plays can be made. I know they said that about Kings Row, but both of these are true. Lijiang being a very fan-favorite control map in the Overwatch competitive industry, as well as just in general, the community of Overwatch loves Lijiang. Well, at least I do anyways. It's a very fun map. You have a lot of boot potential, which we may see coming out from some of the players here tonight, as well as we may see some good sight lines coming in. Maybe for Sojourn, we're going to see probably Blank back on that Junkrat as well if we get a control center. So it's going to be interesting to see how these two teams go about it. Are they going to be back on their main roles? Are they going to off-roll again? How is this going to be set out?
I am not completely sure yet, but I'm very excited to see what the Barracudas bring here. They have to bring their A game to stay in this competition. And I know Frozen Phoenix has been tonight an absolute great change from last week. Frozen Phoenix just absolutely popping off for the Barracudas. We'll see if they are able to continue popping off as we head into map number 4 and potentially the decider if the Scorpions come out on top.
Absolutely, Josh. And the Barracudas need to fight hard here, need to reassert their dominance. And we're going to see Naiwo back in for Scorpions, Blank on that Junkrat, just as I expected, and Frozen Phoenix on the Bastion, potentially.
We'll see if Frozen Phoenix sticks with that pick. Glory also going to be on the Hog, so we'll see if these teams decide to go fishing in the middle or not, as we just watch the teams come out of spawn now. The Scorpions pushing towards the left side as a full unit.
Yeah, and we do see LR15 back on that Zenyatta, which we have seen a lot of great plays from LR15 on Zenyatta here. So we're going to see if LR15 is going to find anything good. Blank's going to get rid of that Avian turret, who falls really low, and Blank is actually going to find Avian early into the fight. Glory's looking for someone, but just can't find the enemy team here. Naiwo going to fall really low. Both of the health packs are going to be used. Frozen Phoenix and its Scamp are going to find their opponents as well, and now the Barracudas looking strong on to this point.
Glory wants this pick onto Naiwo. Naiwo has no hook at the moment. That's going to change here in just a couple of seconds. Ooh, gonna miss their own. Glory continuing to try and apply this pressure as the team for the Barracudas wrap onto this Hog, but Hog just has so much sustain. Finally goes down to Glory after Shirsty takes out Frozen Phoenix. An even trade, almost that tank going to be gone though for the side of the Scorpions as the Barracudas continue to push into the spawn of the Scorpions. Actually, wait.
Yeah, the Scorpions are in Barracuda spawn,
Yeah, the Scorpions are in the Barracuda spawn, just continuing to pummel down that turret, and they just Barracudas have point control right now.
Blank is just not letting the Barracudas leave their spawn. You want to leave your spawn? Let me throw a couple grenades at your face. You know, that's exactly what Blank is doing. There he goes again. LR15 is going to find Glory. Not Doomfist finally going to stop the carnage from Blank now. And Triplet's going to find its Gambler, but it's not going to do much for Not Doomfist for taking out Blank because Jersey's going to do his job and going to force him back.
Not only force him back, but as well get that pick onto Not Doomfist with the help from Triplet to get the finish there. And the Scorpions are just doing a great job, somehow getting 45% over to the Barracudas, but finding really good positions to flip the point back over very, very quickly now. And Barracudas continuing to have to deal with these players in their spawn. It's going to be very, very annoying. Not Doomfist falling once again to Triplet. Blank finally going down to Glory once again. Glory on that ultimate, though, for the Barracudas. We're going to see Scorpions coming up on 4 of their own. Transcendence goes down from LR15 as the fight is finally on the point, at least for a little bit. Blank able to take out Frozen Phoenix. They evenly trade. Naiwo still over here on the right side, or the left side of the map with this whole hawk waiting to drop it. Gonna be finding Avian here with the hook. Sure to be able to take out Gambler, and the Barracudas are not having a good match right now. They are continuously just being picked off so early before these fights can begin.
Absolutely, Josh. And the Scorpions are running a really weird way to run this composition. You know, keeping a few in the spawn of the Barracudas, looking for some picks while one of them takes the point. It's Gambler not going to live here, and Avian's going to follow as well. Barracudas may just want to stop and reset.
Yeah, not going to live indeed.
No.
Frozen Phoenix also not going to live. Naiwo decided to go fishing finally. Did catch one, and it's going to be Frozen Phoenix off the edge of the map.
What is this?
I think we're witnessing a Moira 1v1, but for some reason, not Jimfist was able to stand in the beam and just take no damage. It was a little bit weird. Barracudas, though, now having the ultimates of their own. Artillery going to go down. Nano online, as well as this Molten Corn. They're going to be looking to swing the point. It's at 93%. They do not want to get this over to the Scorpions for free. Looking for the hammer kill onto LR15. Blank going to be able to find two with the tire. Glory taking Blank out in return. Unfortunately, Avian will not find the hammer kill. The Barracudas just getting kind of hard trolled in the spawn a little bit there by Blank, who's just finding so much value on that Junkrat, and they were not able to get a foothold on the point until just now, and the Glory not going to have enough HP to sustain LR15, continuing to find these picks.
Yeah, what did I tell you, Josh? LR15 on that Zenyatta, still holding Transcendence. Who knows how long he's been holding that thing. You know, Scorpions did a little bit of troll there on the Barracudas, and we saw even a Mora 1v1.
I mean, I don't know what was going on in that 1v1, but the Scorpions just applying so much pressure there was really delaying the Barracudas game, and the Barracudas were not able to make anything happen in return. The Scorpions looking really strong right now. They're up 1-0 on the map, 2-1 in the series. This is game point. We'll see if they're able to mimic that success, or the Barracudas are finally able to come together as a team here on Lijiang and win out a point.
Absolutely, and we do see Avian going back onto this Genji, so we may see something really good happening with this Nano Blade here. We're going to see how they take out. Scorpion's going to run on this Pharah. This is a fantastic map for Pharah, so we're going to see if the Scorpion's going to be able to take the advantage on the Barracudas, or if this switch to Genji for Avian is going to do a lot of damage, as Glory is going to find Triplet early in this fight.
It is not looking good for the Scorpions, having that Lucio taken out very early. There's a lot of mobility gone for the team. Barracudas just continuing to apply this pressure, looking to take point control as it unlocks here in just a second. Naiwo able to take out Avian, and that's a really big pick for the side of the Scorpions. They now pressure this point with Triplet up in the front, once again challenging Glory. Glory going to find the kill, though. Trying to find Blank as well. LR15 able to take out Gambler. We're going to see Blank just... Okay, one-shot Frozen Phoenix with that rocket, as well as take Glory out from the side and just continue to wipe through this team. Avian being forced to jump off the map to not stagger. And the Scorpions once again have point control. The Barracudas struggling to get back in the game. Yeah,
and these ultimates, Josh, on the side of Scorpions compared to Barracudas. Barracudas, we do see Avian go on to the Pharah, try to take this Pharah air battle. Not going too well right now, as Blank is getting really close to these shots, but not quite going to get it. And oh, that was close. Naiwa's going to find Glory, though, and Frozen Phoenix going to find Blank, so the teams are even right now. But is it going to matter? Is Barracudas going to capitalize on this, or are they just going to wait for Glory to come back to them? And now we do see Naiwo is going to try and find Frozen Phoenix. A flyer not going to let Naiwo get that dirty hook onto him. Shirtsy is going to have this EMP online and ready to go, as well as Shirtsy is going to just take out Frozen Phoenix. Avian going to find a nice little environmental kill onto LR15, so not too bad there. The Roadhog 1v1 coming back in. The ultimate from Naiwo not being canceled by Hook and actually going to get Glory there. Blank's going to find Gambler. Avian not going to be able to find anyone except for himself here. Naiwo's going to fall really low, but may actually live this. Blank is going to go once again with this flyer. Wait. Oh, no. Get back up there.
Very dangerous for Blank in that position, getting to the low ground before coming back into the fight. Now, Frozen Phoenix continuing to try to apply the pressure on the Blank, though, and if is going to get the pick. Blank not looking for the Echo, gonna toss them as Avian also gonna be on the flyer. We see Barracudas running double flyer comp, and that's gonna be really hard to deal with. Blank gonna switch over to the Echo as well now, just gonna try and contest Frozen Phoenix. Glory fished for Nilo successfully off the side of the map there, and is gonna be looking for another one in just a second. And they also have Full Hog on the ready. We'll see if they're able to get some big value out of it as they now have point control.
Absolutely, Josh. The Scorpions are 11% from this final victory. Barracudas working on this percentage. They are going to be popping Valk early this fight to put some pressure on the Scorpions, who only have Transcendence. Avian's going to find a nice boop kill on the triplet. Its Gambler was pistoling someone. Don't know how that ended out going, but not Doomfist is looking for this Nano. Going to make sure that it is available just in case it's needed for this fight. LR15 is going to find some nice damage on the side. Schertzy, though, is going to find that Far Mercy combo. Frozen Phoenix going to use this Whole Hog early. The Nano's coming out as well. Glory's going to find Nilo. Frozen Phoenix is going to find himself. Schertzy finding not Doomfist. And the Barracudas getting really low as Schertzy's going to find Glory as well. And now Schertzy looking for this final kill on Avian.
As well as having that EMP for the next fight, which could be the last one for the Barracudas as they have to take this point now. 98% Avian going to find 2 with that Justice, and now looking for a third as they swing out, but Nilo is going to be right in that spot to take them down with the shotgun. Looking for this pick onto Frozen Phoenix now. Nilo going to get the hook and the headshot, and that's going to be big for the Scorpions, who just are trying to clear these players from the point and win out in this overtime. It's going to be a hog on point for the Barracudas. Will the Scorpions be able to take them off before the rest of the team gets here? They will, and that could be it for overtime. If Avian gets taken down now, he's going to be at 1 HP, and there it is. The Scorpions finally able to take Lijiang Tower and 3rd place in the Overwatch Rumble, round 2.
Absolutely, Josh, and that was truly something to see. The Scorpions and LR15 on that Zenyatta. You know, we've seen it before, and I'm glad we got to see it again tonight. He was phenomenal on the Zenyatta, just causing that damage, causing that pressure, going in, just making sure that the Barracudas couldn't do what they wanted to do. And I am positive that played a great impact tonight in how the Scorpions won. Yeah,
I am 100% on board. I mean, the Scorpions just really finding their groove here. Again, it's sadly the 3rd place match, and they are ending their road, the journey with Esports Tower Rumble round 2 here at 3rd place. But they did come out on top. The Barracudas falling off so far from the previous glory that they've had. Yeah, they're just... You know, just unfortunately for the Barracudas, not finding the success they have in the past, but still showing up and having a very, very competitive match and doing some really great stuff, having some great plays. Unfortunately, not able to come out on top in the end. That's going to be our 3rd place decider, though. Yeah. And man, what a game.
It was. It was definitely a really good game. Unfortunately, like you said, the Barracudas did fall low here. They weren't able to win that victory for 3rd place. However, the Scorpions showing themselves and really proving to everyone that they deserve that 3rd place win undeniably tonight.
100%. The Scorpions are your 3rd place holders here in the Esports Tower Rumble Round 2 Summer Invitational for Overwatch. And we will be right back after the break.
You want to rank up in Overwatch or Valorant? Score pro advice at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. We'll match you with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up.
Welcome back to this week's broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble and Overwatch. We are broadcasting from the Shenandoah Esports Arena, and we are about to kick off the grand finals of round number 2. I am Josh Cunningham, and joining me is Ryan Blankenhorn. Ryan, how are you feeling about the grand finals?
Oh, I'm ready for this one, Josh. You know, I told you I was waiting a week for that third place match, but this grand finals match, we have the defending champs, Lynxes, and we have the true underdogs, the Vipers.
Absolutely the underdogs indeed. The Vipers struggling in round 1 to find their place, ending it in 4th place, but now they're guaranteed in the top 2, but they're hunting for that trophy. They want the championship, and they are going to bite to get it. And we will see if they're able to do so, but these players have been doing such a great job here in this competition, and not only these players, but so many others, and we would love to give you a second to highlight them. We want to take a moment to congratulate all of the Esports Tower Club members who have graduated from the clubs and have been offered scholarships across the country. Over the last 3 months, Esports Tower Club members have received over $3.1 million in scholarship awards. These students have not only worked hard on their in-game play, but worked hard academically and have earned these scholarship opportunities. The players on this list are talented, hardworking, and driven, and we could not be more excited and proud to see all of the opportunities these players are getting. What a great job these players have done to get these scholarship opportunities on their own. Esports Tower, the platform that they have decided to kind of market themselves on, and schools have been looking at it, and man, $3.1 million is a lot of money in scholarships to be going to these players.
Yeah, not only is it a lot of money in scholarships, it's just a lot of money in general, and truly a big thanks to Esports Tower for just being able to help with these scholarships and give these players these opportunities, and helping them not only in their in-game performance, but as you mentioned, also their academic performances. These players deserve their scholarships.
100%. These players are doing such a great job, and they are going to continue to do a great job here in the grand finals. It is a best of 5, and our first map is going to be Colosio Push once again. Then we'll be heading on to Escort Hybrid Control, and if we go to a map number 5 all the way back to Push, we'll see what map that is at the end if we go that far, but it's going to be the Vipers and the Lynxes, the Undersnakes, taking on the Big Cats. Are Lynxes cats? I think so.
I believe they are.
So taking on the Big Cats, and it's going to be really hard to take those cats down as they are already the reigning champions from round number 1. We will see if they hold out and keep that title as we close out the Rumble.
Exactly, Josh. And these Lynxes, the question you need to ask yourself is this: is the experience of being that grand finalist, is the experience of being the grand final champion going to show against the Vipers? Are they going to be pressured? Are they going to have some nerves coming to these grand finals where the Lynxes are like, we've been here before, we know we're the champions, and we're coming back to defend our title? So the question is, Josh, are the Vipers going to crack under the pressure here, or are the Lynxes going to be put in their place?
I think the Vipers have felt enough pressure already in this competition, and they're going to look to come out of these gates swinging. So are the Lynxes. They want to be dominant as they normally are. We're going to see Ame trying to start off by getting a pick very early. Both of these teams going to be looking to run these brawl comps differently, though. We will see Bladon on the Junker Queen, who's just going to be really, really awesome on that Junker Queen. Bladon continuing to pull that character out and just find so much success with it.
Exactly, Josh. And you know, Bladon, we saw it last week. The Junker Queen is just incredible. But one thing I want to notice is Fulcrum is actually in instead of Diamond Dog here on the Reinhardt. So it's going to be interesting to see how the team plays around Fulcrum rather than Diamond Dog. Panda Squad's going to find an early pick on the Bonesaw here, but the Lynxes are not going to give it up this easily.
And Bladon actually going to have a lot of ult charge to start things off, as well as the pick on the Fulcrum, giving Vipers the advantage and finding 2 more. Bladon just swinging out of the gates. Like we said earlier, the Vipers just trying to keep the aggression up early.
Yeah, Josh, and these Vipers, they are trusting each other better now. They're working with each other a lot more now, and you can see that in their team play. They are pushing as a singular unit. Pando's going to find a nice clean headshot in on the Lyric here, which may cause the Vipers to back up. Yep, they're going to back up here. They're going to play a little safe. They're going to get Lyric back, and they're going to contest this bot back. Give a little bit of progress to Lynxes, but not too much. Not give them too much space here.
And Bladon going to be wrapping around the left side, a bit separated from the team. We'll see how, if they actually are able to get back in the line. Post bomb going to come out from Mafazi, not going to find anybody, unfortunately, for the Vipers who are trying to get back onto this objective. Bladon going to be using the Rampage, putting out a big anti-heal onto Fulcrum. Going to try and capitalize on it now. A low health on that Reinhardt. We'll see if they're able to get the pick. Bladon does close it out as Panda Squad and Mafazi were able to take out the rest of the Lynxes. Now it's just Pando and Mango having to drop back to spawn.
Yep, and you know, we see Overclock coming online as well as Rally and Toasty Rapids coming up as the beat here for Lucio. Lynx is looking at beat and soon to be Coalescence, but also has Shatter and Riptire, so whichever team throws out these ultimate abilities first. Panda Squad may try to do some early pressure here, try to build up some more support ultimates on the side of Vipers to really contest what the Lynxes want to do. Fulcrum looking for the Shatter, and here it is. What a big Shatter. Gonna manage to get 2 down, and the Lynxes are gonna be able to capitalize on this and take this push bot to their control.
And Ame finds 3 through that Shatter. Just such an amazing team play there, and the team kill for the Lynxes. Fulcrum immediately swinging to pressure this high ground with the rest of the Lynxes as the Vipers try to make something happen. We're going to see the tire come out from Bonesaw early. Mafazi also going to find it. So there's a really interesting tire there, as well as Mafazi just being in the right spot at the right time to take it out early. Panda Squad with the Overclock ready. Just going to continue to be using these railgun shots, trying to get out as much damage onto Fulcrum as possible and push the Lynxes back off of the staircase.
And what a messy fight this is, but Mafazi has something to say about that. Takes 2 away, and Panda Squad's going to pop that Overclock as take Mango out of fight as well. Fulcrum not in the best of position right now, found out of place, and Toasty Rapids is going to finish him off, and the Vipers coming back, pushing that ball forward.
Rally up for the Vipers. This could be big for the push, as there's no really strong ults except for Overclock almost ready for the Lynxes. We'll see if the rally is going to be enough to kind of just negate that completely. We'll have to wait and see as the Vipers continue to push into this Lynx's high ground here. The Lynx is now jumping down onto the heads of the Vipers. Ame going to take out Panda Squad very early. Lyric going to be popping that rally, but Panda Squad was already taken down. Now just trying to keep the rest of the team alive as Ame swings around on the right side flank, trying to make something happen with this DPS. Bladon going to get stuck in the trap. Does have that Rampage ready. We'll see if they use it here. There's 3 in front of them, but Bonesaw is going to take him down. And now Fulcrum going to be swinging around with the rest of the Lynxes, just dominate in the corridor.
And what a back and forth fight this is, and we hit 5.5 minutes. Panda's going to take out Lyric in this fight, and now Panda Squad's going to try and get out alive as Toasty Rapids falls to Fulcrum. Does manage to get out, is going to have beat online. Bladon is going to have that Rampage, as you mentioned. Lynx is looking at a Shatter and a Coalescence as we approach this yellow line of victory.
We'll see how this Coalescence gets used. Will it be aggressively or defensively? It's going to be aggressively. Coalescence already popping for Mango, trying to keep Ame alive, who was antied. Mango already going to be through that ultimate. Fozzie found 2 as well. That's not going to be good for the Lynxes, and now the Vipers just continue to batter down these lines.
Yeah, and the DPS on the side of Vipers here really showing up who is boss and who is going to take this victory. Vipers doing a fantastic job here. Mafazi looking for this early pick on a Bonesaw here as the rest of the Vipers are pushing this push bot forward, trying to cause some real commotion, making sure that Lynxes can't do anything, but the Shatter is online for Fulcrum. He's looking for it. He's going to be very greedy here as Bladon is going to be behind them though, so maybe Fulcrum's going to try and find them from behind. Pulse Bomb does come out. It does find 2. What a Pulse Bomb that was. That was incredible for Mafazi, and now Mafazi going to find a 3rd and looking for a forth onto Fulcrum here. Bladon's going to find Pando. Then, unluckily, Fulcrum is going to fall to Panda Squad. And the Vipers team killing and pushing forward.
Mafazi being an insane force on the field to deal with from the Vipers. Just doing so much, consistently finding 2 frags to open these fights up. Gonna have to be careful of that junk trap. Junk trap already destroyed, never mind. And now we're gonna see Mafazi just back on the flank trying to make something happen with the Tracer. We'll see if they find 2 more again. Just insane shots onto Bonesaw. An amazing target focus from the rest of the team as Bladon immediately collapses onto those players. Now we're gonna see just more damage come out onto this high ground of these tanks in the brawl up on top. And Fulcrum just keeps swinging into Bladon. Bladon does not care, just trying to hunt down the rest of the Lynxes first. Ame and Pando going to be falling here. Tire from Bonesaw, though, going to take out Panda Squad and Bladon, and things are starting to be really shaky for both these teams. Fulcrum swinging the hammer into Lyric, and man, Mafazi does find Mango, but it's not going to be enough as the Lynxes now have control of the point and are looking to turn things around. Will Mafazi be able to pop off, or are they going to get taken down right here? They are going to fall. Unfortunately, Toasty Rapids as well from the Vipers going to be taken down. That's a hard stagger on their side. The Lynx is going to capitalize on that and take a lot of space.
Absolutely, Josh. And, you know, the Lynxes are going to have Overclock, and they're going to have Coalescence coming online here. Vipers, they're going to have Rampage again, and they are going to have Overclock here. So we may see Panda Squad. He's going to pop it, as well as Bladon's going to pop that Rampage. Going to find 3 with that anti-heal, and they are going to capitalize. Panda Squad's going to find Bonesaw. Bladon's going to find Mango here. Bonesaw is going to find Lyric, but it's not going to matter. Ame is going to find Mafazi, though. This may be turnaroundable for the Lynxes, as the Vipers are going to try to put some pressure onto Fulcrum here, try to get that main tank out of the fight, and they do manage to take him out, and the Vipers looking very strong coming back into this contest.
Not only strong, but winning out another team fight, continuing to push forward. There goes Pando. Unfortunately, Toasty Rapids is going to be taken down, but they are on the Lucio, which means they have a lot of speed to get back into this point, and that's not too bad for the Vipers. Now they are stuck up in this forward position, waiting for the rest of the team to get caught up with them before they're able to continue to push forward here, and just waiting for the right time. But the Lynxes are not waiting. They're already all back from spawn together, and Pando and Mango able to find 1 each. We're going to see Fulcrum now try to charge forward, but unfortunately going to get boot back a bit and then hit the bot. Lyric going to get taken down very early. Ame going to find Toasty Rapids once again, and the Lynxes back on this staircase.
Exactly, Josh. And now Pando is going to have a beat coming online. Vipers, they're going to have Mafazi with that Pulse Bomb again, and as well as both support. Also, the Pulse Bomb does come out. Doesn't look like it finds anyone. And now the Lynxes need to win this next fight if they want to get the checkpoint and potentially take the lead over the Vipers. Panda Squad is going to find Mango with a nice railgun shot. Beat's going to come out from the side of Lynx's rally on the side of Vipers. And now Fulcrum's going to be very aggressive and may need to back up, though, as Bladon's going to look for the kills. Tries to go for an axe swing. Can't quite get it, though. The overhealth is there, though. He's going to be able to push in. Panda Squad and Lyric finishing off those kills, helping out Bladon. Pando is falling really low, as well as Ame, who may be able to get out alive. Manages to get out, but Vipers taking it back strong.
And the Vipers are doing a great job holding so far, not letting the Lynxes get to that high ground. The Vipers also doing a great job on offense, having the most distance so far, and the Vipers are dominating this game with 30 seconds left on the clock. It's still possible for the Lynxes to come back in it. They just have to get 2 and a little bit past that second checkpoint. We'll see what happens after this fight, but Mafazi already took down Ame. Going to be looking to take out another couple. That's going to be Mango and Pando falling, as well as the anti coming from Bladon, and so many members of the Lynxes just fall. That's actually a team kill, and this bot continues to be pushed forward. Actually, the Vipers not going to be taking the space on the bot, instead trying to get the positioning. Nobody going to be moving it. Finally, someone does just enough, and the Vipers get the win.
Exactly, and you know, the Vipers did a really good job there at the end. They got rid of the Lynxes, and they made sure that bot was not going to be contestable. They made sure that Lynxes were not going to be able to get to that bot here. Bladon's going to get the play of the game, 100% reasonable. We saw that great play there, and managed to get 3 right as the game started. You see here, 9 minutes in, he gets a 3K, but that wasn't the only one that Bladon got in this round.
That was pretty nice.
Yeah, that was a great knife shot, and I'm positive that is not the last that we're going to see of it tonight.
Yeah, I mean, just a really really phenomenal shots and great main tanking coming out from Blada and Fulcrum going to have to respond, or we will see Diamond Dog jump in and start swinging the hammer for herself. We'll have to wait and see, though, in the next map. But, man, what a first map. Going to the Vipers, too, the underdogs coming out on top in the first round of the series. We'll see if they're able to keep up with this performance, or are the Lynxes going to bounce back and set a new tone?
Yeah, you know, the Vipers here, they want to prove that they are definitely not the ones that are going to lose this. They want to show that they are the better team, and the Lynxes, that they aren't going to get this Grand Final championship again for free. They're going to make sure they have a fight to go for.
Absolutely. This is not a free competition by any means. Both of these teams putting on maximum effort here and really showing why they have made it to this level of the competition. Unfortunately for the Lynxes, they were not able to find a strong foothold past that first push, really, in the Vipers. Were just continuously able to get a little bit more space every single time they won a team fight, and it's just really unfortunate if you are the Lynxes in that scenario. They will have to do a lot of changes, though, if they want to come back in this. The Vipers looking really strong and just getting so many of the players on the Vipers were really feeling themselves tonight and popping off. And we'll see if the Lynxes are able to find similar success on Route 66.
Exactly, and you know, Route 66 is going to be an interesting one to see. We're going to see this high ground control again. We may see players like Ame going for some interesting shots as well. Maybe going back on that Ash, which we've seen him on before. Maybe the Cassidy, going to see some good high ground control there. Maybe we'll see Diamond Dog back as well on the Monkey here, on the Winston, jumping on that high ground and taking control that she does.
Yeah, it's going to be all about that gas station to open up Route 66 as we head into the next map. Map number 2 of the Grand Finals. We're already one down, and it's in the Vipers' hands. The Lynx is looking to respond right now, but that Snake has their coils starting.
Absolutely, Josh. But these Wildcats aren't going to give up easy either, you know? These Wildcats are definitely going to do their thing. Lynx is coming back in. We are going to see a Diva and a Sojourn for the Vipers. So Bladon's going to be on that Diva. Lynxes, we see Diamond Dog on that Winston.
Yeah, and she's going to be coming into this competition looking to make a statement, not liking the scoreline right now. Diamond Dog already up in the front.
Yeah, and we do see Ame on the Widow. Going to switch over to the Ash. Not able to find a nice, easy pick, so we do see them switch over to Ash. And we are going to see that Bonesaw putting some pressure. Not the Bastion that we're used to seeing on this map, but Bonesaw is going to put some massive pressure onto Panda Squad, onto the Vipers, making sure that they might actually have to give up that high ground. And then we may see Diamond Dog get a nice, clean take on that gas station. Ame's going to find a nice headshot on Mafasi, though.
And we've just seen these teams continue to find so much success with that Pharmacy, starting with the Barracudas all the way back in round number 1. Now it's Bonesaw here in the Grand Finals of round 2 for the Lynxes, trying to find the big dreams, presence and power that they bring for the Barracudas. We'll see if they're able to make these same justices happen that the big dream finds. Lynxes, though, here in the competition, going to be trying to make a statement early. Unfortunately, not able to push onto that gas station early enough. Bladon and Lyric taking out Bonesaw and Ame. The Lynx is getting sent back to the spawn here.
Yeah, and you know, now the Vipers are going to be pushing hard. They're going to be trying to keep them out. Vipers also built up that bomb relatively quickly. Lynx is only really looking at maybe a nano for this next fight. So the Vipers definitely in a better position, more of a pressure position than the Lynxes are right now.
And we're just going to see Bladon continue to try and challenge this high ground. Actually going to get slapped here. A big ante onto that Diva, as well as getting almost the DMAG. Instead, they're going to throw out their ult. Not going to get the value they want, but will be able to remag and stay in the fight. We're going to see if Panda Squad just is able to get the pick here on to Bonesaw and shut down this offensive pressure from the sky. Not going to be able to just yet, as now the Vipers continue to try and just swing around the Lynxes as the Lynxes push towards this gas station.
Yeah, and Lynxes are building up their ultimate abilities. We did see Valkyrie get used, and now we see Nano going on to, I do not believe I know who that Nano went to, but I know that it was some great pressure. Bonesaw going in hard.
There's one going to be able to take out Lyric. Panda Squad going to respond quick enough to where there's not too much damage on the side of Vipers, but man, the Lynx is taking so much space here, and almost at checkpoint 1:30 on the clock, almost 90 seconds left. Pando gonna be rezzing Ame instantly after Panda Squad gets the pick. Panda Squad gonna continue to try and keep damage going down from the point. Bladon up in the high ground, just continuing to batter down these supports.
Yeah, and you know, Bladon going forward, taking out Mango there. She wasn't able to get out alive. Diamond Dog's gonna find Lyric though. She's gonna juggle around, and now Bladon's going to pressure out Pando, and he's not gonna find it, but luckily Mafazi's gonna be there for the finish up, and now poor Mango gonna be rushed again, but Bonesaw's gonna come in and save her. But now the Vipers looking pretty dominant again.
Yeah, they've been holding so well here on checkpoint 1, giving some space for the Vipers early, but it wasn't until they were able to use these ultimates. Mafazi using a pulse bomb, not going to get anybody with it, unfortunately now. And the Vipers just continuing to hold here. The Lynx is trying to have something happen to get this first point.
Yeah, if Bladon's could get some nice shots onto Pando, Mafazi's going to find Diamond Dog, and now Bladon's going to push forward onto this Sombra and onto Mango here. The rally was used from Lyric, it looks like, to push forward a little bit harder. Toasty Rapids is going to find Bonesaw as well, and now Viper's looking at one bomb versus the Lynx's double support ultimates.
Yeah, we will see who comes out on top. Gonna have to take out one of those supports early from the Lynxes for the Vipers to really stay in this fight, unless they're just, you know, gonna pop off. We'll just have to wait and see. Nano going on to Diamond Dog, jumping directly onto the point. Ana gonna be left alone for a little bit there. Mafazi trying to jump on with Bladon, not gonna be able to get the pick though. Somehow able to sustain is the Ana, finally
Bonesaw
getting taken down, but Bonesaw and Pando cleaning up the rest. Pando also rezzing Ame. Pando actually getting the pick onto Toasty Rapids as that Mercy trying to get the remake. Bladon not going to be able to find it. Diamond Dog getting on point, winning it out for the Lynxes, and now controlling point number 1, moving on to point number 2. It's the Lynxes.
Yeah, and Vipers, Bladon actually had some great ult management there, not using the ultimate there, not using that Diva Bomb, and now they are going to have that ultimate ability into this fight, as well as Pulse Bomb, Overclock, and Transcendence. Mafazi is going to find Ame early in the fight, so that Dragon Blade won't be a problem now for the Vipers on this next contest here. Lynxes not going to have anything until Ame gets back with that Dragon Blade. Mafazi's going to get hacked. Bladon's going to find Pando, and Mafazi's now going to probably look for this Pulse Bomb onto someone, try to see if they can get them out and get them out of that fight early, as Pando is going to fall and now respawn.
The Vipers able to poke the Sombra out early from the fight, stopping any big potential from happening. Ame, though, pushing forward with the blade, able to get the 3 stars directly onto Mafazi, taking them out in one shot. Now looking to swing onto this backline with the blade. There comes the dash. There's the second one. Transcendence pops for the Vipers, though. That's not going to be good for the Lynxes. Ame does get taken out by Bladon. Panda Squad up here on the high ground as well, just going to continue to batter into Diamond Dog, and that's going to be another pick going the way of the Vipers, who are holding on this high ground once again.
Yeah, and Bladon doing the work needed to win this fight indeed. Vipers now looking at 3 ultimate abilities, no support ultimates ready to come online. Lynxes getting close to an EMP, getting close to Diamond Dog with that ultimate, but Diamond Dog's also getting really close to being dead here. Not going to be able to die, which is really good for the side of the Lynxes. Lynxes does lose Bonesaw, though. Bladon may fall here if the Lynxes can capitalize on it. Does look like they'll be able to, and Ame is going to get a nice clean headshot on the Bladon. Yeah,
Bonesaw going to be really high towards that EMP charge, but not going to be able to get the value that they need. Ame with a nice headshot onto Mafazi, shutting Mafazi down. Finally, for the side of the Lynx, has just been such a pain in their backline. Now, Diamond Dog going to be taking Lyric, though, down, and that is not good for the Vipers, just having to be pushed back into this choke and not able to take any more space. The the Lynxes going to be pushing forward around the second corner on second checkpoint here, and this is going to be the last fight for checkpoint 1, as well as 5 seconds left. We'll see if the Lynxes are able to stay in this, get the checkpoint, or do the Vipers hold here.
Yeah, and Lynxes, they are stacking up on all of their ultimate abilities here. EMP is going to come out early. Lyric's going to fall fast and out of that fight. Bonesaw's going to look for
Now looking for Toasty Rapids. Unfortunately, not going to be able to. Toasty Rapids taking Bonesaw out, but Ame says it doesn't matter as they find both the DPS from the Vipers. Bladon trying to make something happen on the point, but the Lynxes just continue to take out all of the Vipers. There's nothing they could do about it, having to give that point up. Unfortunately, another 90 seconds on the clock for the Lynx as they push towards that third point.
Yeah, and Vipers, they are going to... Ooh, Ame. Ame. Ooh, that was just dirty of a shot right there. Vipers, they're going to come out online with double support ultimates. Lynx is only looking at the Walls infrared sight from Ame, so that could be all they need, though, as Ame is going to pop that infrared sight. We have seen Ame do some crazy carries. That ping system over Overwatch 2, helping the team out, telling where the rest of the Vipers are hiding. Mafazi's going to find Mango, though, early in this fight.
Unfortunately, Ame not finding the headshots. She's actually going to hit Mafazi out of the game for a little bit now. Panda Squad up on the high ground trying to keep the damage up, but they're going to be eating a lot of projectiles as well. Going to be using that railgun, trying to find something moving forward with the rest of the team as the Vipers continue to push back with Rally, taking Ame out. Finally, Lyric getting a bit of vengeance. Pando going to be trading that back right away, though. Ana looking to be taken down by the Lynxes here, by the Vipers, I mean, and Mango somehow staying alive here. Diamond Dog jumping back for the peel. Panda Squad having to give that up and also getting taken down due to the hack. Bonesaw there with it. Unfortunately going to get taken down by that railgun before the rest of the team's able to push forward.
Yeah, but this is exactly, I mean, we've seen it twice now. Lynx is about to hit this overtime pressure, and this is where they need to be.
Yeah, they absolutely need to be here. This is a massive moment for the Lynxes. If they're able to win out here on this escort, they're going to set the tone for the second map here. The Vipers may have the first one, but is that going to be enough? The Lynxes trying to continue to put the pressure up on the spawn doors here, but there's so many ultimates flying out from the Vipers. We're going to see Transcendence pop as well as Overclock, Lyric, and Mafazi able to take out Pando and Mango. That's both support lines. The Lynxes do not have the sustain to win this out. They have to get the picks, and they have to do them fast to see if they're able to make them happen here. Bonesaw taking out Mafazi. Diamond Dog going to get taken down, though, and Panda Squad wiping through the Lynxes.
Wow, you know, Lynxes, they were close there to finishing that point, and in fact, we did see Diamond Dog try that juggle, almost got them all off of point, but just wasn't quite able to get that last meter and 60 or whatever it may have been, and luckily didn't finish, well, luckily for the Vipers, they didn't finish the map, unluckily for the Lynxes.
Yeah, but pushed it all the way to the end. So the Vipers almost have a 3-checkpoint game ahead of them. Though they could win it here, they do not have to go to overtime if they're able to just push a little bit farther than the Lynxes got. The Lynxes, though, having a very, very strong offense. Unfortunately, not able to get that third point in the end. Time just not on their side. And the Vipers, we'll see if they're able to make something happen, or will the Lynxes have an insane hold on the gas station?
That is a great question to be asked. Are we going to see if the Vipers are going to be able to take this gas station high ground from the Lynxes, or are the Lynxes going to be able to hold this really strong? Or is Diamond Dog going to come back on this monkey and be able to hold it, or are the Lynxes going to fall to the Vipers here?
Yeah, and I really think it comes down to how fast the Vipers are able to take control of that height. If they're able to do it faster than the Lynxes, this could be the game already won for them. They just have to keep that momentum going. They won't have to build on it anymore. They just have to keep time on their side. And time is ticking down now. 4 minutes on the clock. Let's see what happens. A big hack on Ame early. Unfortunately, not going to be able to get the pick on the side of the Vipers. They are now wrapping around the first corner, and the challenge begins.
Yeah, and Bonesaw, we see him back on that Bastion, a pick that normally in Overwatch 1 is not ideal, but in Overwatch 2, Bonesaw makes it work. Mango's going to find a nice early pick on the Toasty Rapids here, and now the Vipers going to play a little safe here, because the Lynxes are a little bit ahead of them.
Yeah, the Vipers really focusing on this objective, just trying to make sure it moves around. They don't want to move too far ahead of it or anything, trying to play this very carefully as well. Mafazi not wanting to get picked early, wrapping around the right side with Panda Squad. The rest of the Vipers moving onto this high ground. Pando and Ame, though, finding 2 in Panda Squad, and I cannot remember who the other person was, but Mafazi falls down. Also, Diamond Dog, Bonesaw taking out Lyric, and that's all the Vipers taken down by the Lynxes very, very quickly. The Lynxes just had to let them kind of come into the circle, and then they all collapsed on them in a phenomenal way.
Absolutely. And, the Lynx is coming in strong here. They are going to have walls, it looks like, for this next fight. Vipers looking at quite literally nothing for this next engage here. So Vipers may be coming in here in a dry fight, trying to just build up some ults, going fast, maybe get a pick, and just start the fight over, build up these ultimate abilities. That way the Lynxes have something to get tortured on next side. But Panda Squad is going to find Pando. Bonesaw is going to get rid of Bladon's mech. Diamond Dog's going to find Mafazi. Panda Squad's going to find Bonesaw. Toasty Rap's going to find Ame. And the Vipers may not need to invest any ultimates here, as they are just putting the pressure onto the Lynxes.
Yeah, finally able to take that Bastion down, opening up this point for the possibility of taking control of it. Now, Panda Squad and the rest of the Vipers just looking for the next target to collapse on. It's going to be Mango. Bladon taking them out with the rockets, and this is a lot of pressure from the Vipers now. We're going to see the Lynxes just on the other side of the doors here and on the high ground, just letting this space be taken.
Yeah, and we do see Infrared Sight popped out from Ame. We do have Transcendence as well on the side of Lynx's. Vipers, though, that fight did them a lot of wonders, and now they're looking at EMP. They're looking at Coalescence. Ame is going to find Mafazi, take him out of the fight early, and now Ame is going to be able to play a lot more aggressive because that Genji will not be on him.
Ooh.
Pando and Bonesaw going to find the support line. Bladon's going to find Bonesaw, but the Vipers are going to have to back up here, especially with Ame taking out the mech onto Bladon.
Yeah, and Ame just doing so much damage. Has Widow a big an anti onto Bladon. I don't know how big it was. I'm pretty sure they were in Baby Diva mode, but just getting that stagger there is going to be massive for the Lynx to just continue taking seconds off of the clock. The Vipers now down to 60 seconds left. They do have an EMP as well as Coalescence and Bomb coming up on the last 2 ultimates for the team as well. So these teams are almost even here. Ame, the only one who isn't going to have their ultimate, but it is just the wall sight, so we'll see how useful that actually is. EMP going to be, I think, the most important for the Vipers here to land to really open this fight up. And Panda Squad knows which side they have not popped it yet.
Yeah, and, Bonesaw is going to find Lyric. Bladon's going to find Diamond Dog, as the point is going to be captured by the Vipers. So
not even need an EMP.
Yeah, not going to need EMP here. Lynxes are going to back out a little bit. They're going to have both support ultimates here, so maybe they want to try to force out this EMP a little early for this fight, or maybe the Vipers are going to be able to focus out the supports with that EMP, and then Mafazi's going to be able to get a nice, clean slice of a blade through the Lynxes.
Pando and Mango also having both their support ults is going to be big for the Lynx. We'll see where that Nano goes. Probably going to go on to Diamond Dog, as they're going to look to jump onto Lyric as fast as they can. Pando ready with the Transcendence if things go wrong.
Yeah, and there goes Diamond Dog looking to pressure out the 2 on the side. Oh, that EMP is not going to quite find Pando, so the Transcendence is going to be popped out from the side of Lynx's. Nano is also thrown out. Pando's going to find Lyric. What a shot. Wow. And now the Vipers are going to have the blade coming out. Mafazi's going to find Ame. Bladon's going to find Pando. And Lynxes are going to fall down hard to the Vipers.
And the Vipers continuing to be dominant. We saw the Lynxes have a similar like performance from in the last round when they were on the attacking side here on this point. So we'll see if this is just how it be for Route 66. The Lynxes having to come back from the spawn doors. Now Vipers taking control of the high ground. We see Bladon having a great time looking to spy check here, trying to find Bonesaw. There they are, spotting them out, looking to pick them early before the fight even starts. Bonesaw is going to be able to get away, but not Mango, who's going to be out of position. Diamond Dog also going to be spotted. The rest of the Lynx is trying to collapse, make something happen, but they are not going to have that Ana. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Pando does take out Toasty Rapids as well, but Panda Squad able to trade that immediately back. Monkey going to be mad on the point, trying to keep these players off. It's all going to be down to D-Bomb and Bladon. Lynx is coming back into the fight, able to make some big things happen. Hack going on to the Diva, and that's going to be bad for the Vipers, who might have to reset here. 1 minute on the clock, another minute knocked off of it. Are they going to be able to get what they need to secure this point, or is Diamond Dog just going to continue to maintain this space as the rest of the Vipers come back onto the point now?
Yeah, and Lyric does find 2 here. Toasty Rap's going to find Diamond Dog. The supports on the side of Vipers are going to do their DPS work onto the Lynxes here. It was a very long fight, but what a hack and what a bash onto Ame, and the Vipers are now going to cap this point with 2 minutes. to maybe potentially take on this next map.
Yeah, and there it is, that checkpoint going to the way of the Vipers. Just doing a great job. If you were Ame in that situation, I would not have wanted to, Ame in that situation, I would not have wanted to be Tracer. That was just so unlucky.
You know, they said it Overwatch 2. They got rid of a lot of the CC. I don't know if I believe that or not out of what I just saw for Ame.
Yeah, we're going to see Panda Squad actually in the back getting a little bit of detection. Not going to get picked out, though. Looking for Ame. Actually going to be getting a massive EMP onto 4 of the Lynxes, and one of them is going to fall down. It's going to be Panda. Panda Squad going to be getting the pick. And Panda Squad opening this up for the Vipers, who are exploding forward. But Ame is going to shut that down as Mafazi gets taken down with a nice headshot.
Yeah, and you know, that was such a good EMP from Panda Squad and does manage to find Pando, but the Lynxes, Ame was just able to get some mad. Oh, nasty pick. Speaking of, that was incredible from Ame. What a nice shot. Is going to be taken out by Panda Squad, so now they are even. The spawn advantage is on the side of the Lynxes here, so the Vipers may play a little safe, maybe try to get some pick damage in, some poke damage in, some ult percentage going. And then they're going to throw in their entire roster as a team to see if they can get anything done. Pando does force out Trans as well as the Nano on the side of Mango, so the Vipers are losing both their support line here, and the Vipers just need to die and reset as we approach 31 seconds left in this fight.
Mango taking out Mafazi is going to be big for the Lynxes. The Vipers just losing time very slowly, only about 20-ish meters off of that objective for the win here in the second map, but it looks like the Lynxes are not going to let that happen. Panda Squad falling early, and that's going to be the Sombra taken out of the fight. Only 10 seconds left. The Vipers have to get on this point, and the Lynxes know it. They're applying the forward pressure. Just keep these players here. Bonesaw actually going to get taken down by 3. Ame finding Panda Squad, but we'll see if the Vipers are able to get onto point or not. Mafazi with the blade looking to take someone out, but Pando and Ame just there with the damage. Bladon taking out Pando, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. There's so many Lynxes on this point still, and Bladon going to have to do a lot to survive.
Yeah, Bladon is one of the remaining Vipers left on this point to really finish out this map. Diamonddogs going to find Panda Squad, so they're not even going to make it to point. Bladon's going to fall into Baby Diva form. Mango's going to find... Bladon is going to find Bonesaw, but Diamonddogs going to find Toasty Rapids and Bladon, and that is going to be a map victory for the Lynxes.
And the Lynxes responding, bringing it 1-1 in the series best of 5. The Vipers winning out the first map. The Lynxes here on Route 66 taking the escort map. Next is going to be hybrid. Man, this has been such an intense game so far, and both of these teams working very hard, almost getting all the way to the end, but the Lynxes just having enough time off the clock from the Vipers to win it out in the end.
Yeah, and what a close match this is so far, Josh. We're going to see both the Vipers and the Lynxes here. We're going to see who is actually going to take this victory here as we think about what is actually going to happen. And that was such a good map to see last round was the Lynxes. They did a great job in holding that and actually not keeping the Lynxes from winning that last one, and now it's really close.
Yeah, it is very close, 1-1 in the series. The Lynxes have been here before, though, and they have come out onto the top. New territory for the Vipers, but they do not look to be slowing down or uncomfortable in this situation at all. Just really having a great performance tonight. Mafazi, the DPS for the Vipers, just doing so much. The Lynxes able to shut them down just enough, though, with Ame on that Widowmaker, fortunately for them. But yeah, we will have to wait and see what happens as we head further into the series. But man, this has been such a heater, as I said it would be.
Exactly, Josh. And you know, Ame, we've seen some great things from him on that Widowmaker, and we're seeing it again. Esports Tower is really picking out their players now, aren't they?
Yeah, and speaking of Esports Tower, I mean, make sure to check them out on all of their socials. That's going to be at Esports Tower, and that's going to be on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, as well as all other social media. So make sure to check out at Esports Tower. And if you're interested in learning more about Shenandoah Esports, you can check us out at Shenandoah Esports. That's going to be on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter as well. And then you can find us on YouTube and Twitch at Shenandoah Esports.
Absolutely, Josh. And, I'm curious to see now that this is an even series as we approach map number 3, which team is going to come out on top for this next map and put it into a match point scenario, or if both teams are going to maybe we get a map 5. Those are always fun to see.
Yeah, we will have to wait and see for map 5. We are heading into map number 3. It's going to be hybrid on Paraíso. So we will see what happens here. The Lynxes have looked very strong on this map in the past. So have the Vipers, though, who have come back swinging here in round number 2, all the way back in the grand finals. Yet again, our underdogs tonight. We'll see if they're able to get the victory or not. Paraíso going to be the decider for the rest of this series. Will it be the Vipers or will it be the Lynxes as we head into map number 3?
Yeah, Josh, and this map, we've seen it before, has tended to be the deciding factor for the rest of the series. So depending on who wins this next map, we may see a major change in composition. We may see a major change in mental to see which one of these teams are actually going to come out on top.
I am really hyped up to find that answer out, and we will be here in just a minute. I hope you're enjoying this nice spectator cam of Paraíso. I learned how to pronounce it from previous weeks, so thank you so much, whoever told me that. But yeah, I mean, this has just been a very, very fundamental map in the competition. We've seen the Barracudas have insane holds on it. We've seen the Scorpions come back on it. We've seen the Lynxes be dominant on it, and we've seen the Vipers retake control and regain their momentum on this map before. So we will have to see who comes out on top in the grand finals of round 2 of the Esports Overwatch Tower Rumble. Things kicking off now with Panda Squad taking out Ame right away.
Right away, that is Panda Squad not giving any sort of time for Ame to set up. And now the Vipers are just going to be prepared and just start what looks like getting onto this point fast. As Toasty Rapids is going to find Bonesaw's turret, not Bonesaw yet. And the Vipers taking a roundabout way and going to find Bonesaw potentially. Or I'm going to cast a curse it again. Yep, as usual.
They're now going to be challenging the high ground, taking out Mango. But Pando takes out Toasty Rabbit as a support gone for each side. Diamond Dog taking out Bladon. That's going to be a huge advantage for the Lynxes. But the Vipers continue to try and keep the damage up. Not going to be able to, though, as Ame finds the last 2 members on the point.
Ame and Panda doing a great job. Panda with those Discord orbs. Ame doing the damage needed to finish them off with that extra damage. And now look at that ult percentage on the side of Lynxes. Ame already looking at his first pulse bomb. Pando looking 60% to Transcendence, looking just automatically dominant on the side of ultimates compared to the Vipers, where Bladon is at the most percentage right now at 63.
Yeah, and we're going to be seeing Ame on the Tracer trying to make something happen in the backline, now ready with that pulse bomb. Going to wave at Lyric. Oh my gosh, that is their target. The Tracer definitely wants to take the Brig out as soon as possible. Brig just going to be so powerful in the game. That pulse bomb able to one-shot them, such a unique tool. And we'll see if they're able to get the pick that they want with it as they are pushing up onto the high ground. Diamond Dog and Bonesaw actually going to be able to take out Lyric before Mango and Pando get fallen by Mafazi and Toasty Rapids Bladon taking out the tank. And now it's all going to be Bonesaw on the point, and he's going to get taken down. One person left. It's going to be his turret, actually. And now the Vipers are going to be taking control of this point. The Lynx is not able to respond here. At this point is going to go to the control of the Vipers.
Yeah, and the Vipers, they are going to be looking at a lot of ultimates here. Diamond Dog's going to come in with a clutch version of Primal Rage here. The Transcendence is also thrown out from the side of Lynxes. They are going to invest hard into this fight. Vipers is going to use EMP to try to get out. Pando's going to find Panda Squad. Bladon's going to find Pando, though. So now it is an even fight. The beat is available for Toasty Rapids. Lyric's going to find 2. Beat comes out. Rally and both Dragon Blade are still online for Vipers. They're not going to need to use it, though. Ame throws out the Pulse Bomb, isn't able to find it, and the point is going to be finally captured by the Vipers.
Yeah, it took them a little bit longer than I thought, but they had plenty of ultimates. The Lynx is not able to find the silver bullet to deal with that just insane situation there. But Mango going to be coming up on the Nano. We've seen Diamond Dog make a big use out of that in the past. We'll see if they're able to kind of halt the Vipers' progress here as the Lynxes sit on the high ground and wait for this team to push into them.
Yeah, Josh, and the Lynxes, you know, they heavily invested in that control point fight, and now they only have Nano for this fight. Well, Vipers, they're going to have Blade, they're going to have Rally, and they're going to soon have Bomb for D.Va as well. So the Lynxes are definitely not looking good with their ult economy, but they could make a major play. As you mentioned, the Nano is going to come out, what I believe, yep, onto Diamond Dog, Toasty Rapid, and Mafazi going to find the support line. Diamond Dog's not able to find anyone, though. It looks like Ame is going to just hold on to cart, make sure it's not going anywhere. But now it's a 3v2 as Diamond Dog and Ame are the only ones left on point. They did contest it for some time there, but the Vipers are going to come out on top. Diamond Dog is going to fall to Bladon, and now the Vipers get some nice push progress.
Yeah, Vipers sweeping around the left side, able to find the picks that they need and just clean through that high ground now, pushing around the first corner on the second checkpoint, heading towards that second checkpoint after the first checkpoint, my bad. And now Bladon going to be up on the high ground with the D.Va Bomb, see if they use it to remac, or we see a massive bomb come out here. They're going to be pushing up into the lines of the supports for the Lynxes here, trying to take out Pando, and unfortunately, though, Panda Squad and Mafazi are going to get taken out by Bonesaw and Ame. That's going to reset the Vipers back a little bit. The Lynx is continuing to just push forward here. Pulse Bomb ready for Ame. Ame going to look to use it here. Maybe? Ooh. Actually not. Diamond Dog instead taking charge up into that point. Now Bladon going to be using the bomb. Oh, good, nice jump from Ame to avoid it behind the cart there. Wasn't quite sure if they would get taken down under the cart or not. Decided to play it safe. Now just looking to take out the D.Va here. Bladon going to be the last alive. Bladon now going to be the last alive for the Vipers, getting taken down after Pando takes out Toasty Rapids, and that's going to be the team wiped once again. The Lynx is just moving, taking and holding this space so well.
Absolutely, Josh. And, you know, the Lynxes now have all of their ultimate abilities. The Vipers going to have both support ultimates, and they're going to have that EMP, but the Lynxes, they can heavily invest into this last minute of the fight, and the Vipers are only going to have these 3 ultimates here for this 50 seconds left, and Ame is going to try to look for an early pick, try to get rid of one of those support abilities. That way the Vipers just won't be able to contest fast.
Unfortunately, Ame just not going to be able to get the opportunity yet for this Pulse Bomb. Am going to get hacked, having to dodge back into the team, trying to just keep the damage output going for the rest of their team. Able to find Mafazi through the thick of things, and now D.Va Bomb actually just went off overhead for them. Pulse Bomb going to go out. Unfortunately, Toasty Rapids already getting taken down. We're going to see Bladon try to get away. Ame chasing down.
Yeah, and Vipers, they're going to have EMP. Mafazi was able to build up that Blade, and that's going to be their only winning factor here. As 8 seconds remain, they have to get onto that cart. Lynxes, they do have Transcendence. That is a massive EMP, though, but doesn't manage to get Pando, so that EMP really doesn't do much, and Ame is going to find Panda Squad. The Blade is the last thing remaining on the side for Vipers, and he's going to look for something. Mafazi not able to find anything. Pando putting in some damage in trying to kill people, and Mango's going to manage to find Bladon. Bonesaw is going to get Toasty Rapids, and this could be the end for the Vipers.
Oh, and Pando just continuing to punt Mafazi back off of the high ground, eventually getting the pick and jumping down on a Panda Squad, taking out the second. It's overtime, and the Lynxes are looking to close it out here, and they are able to 1 on the board for the Vipers and then some. That's all the Lynxes are going to have to do to take control of this map, get that payload exactly where it was, plus I think like a meter further. Yeah. So a much shorter distance to travel than previously thought. We'll have to see if the Lynxes are able to push through this first point, or will the Vipers have the super hold that we've seen multiple times on this map.
Exactly, Josh, and it's going to be interesting to see. We did see this point held back in, I believe, the Barracudas game, not today, but last week. It was a very good good series to see. So now we're going to see how the Lynxes and how the Vipers are going to hold this up, as the Vipers are now going to be the ones defending. As you mentioned, are they going to get that legendary hold, or are the Lynxes going to be able to walk straight through this map and get on to that yellow box of victory and take this lead?
We will have to wait only a few more seconds to see as these players are getting ready in the spawn, picking their characters. We're going to see a Genji come out for the side of Vipers, as well as that Brig staying. Is just going to be such a powerful character here in Overwatch 2 still.
Those birds fly very fast. Yes, Josh, and it looks like we're also going to see Sigma and Sojourn coming back out, which we've seen before on this high ground control. Very good picks, very good idea to hold here with the Sigma. It looks like we are going to see the Winston. Yep, we see Diamond Dog back on the Winston here, going to try to force that high ground pressure off, which we've seen Diamond Dog do multiple times. Very good. She is very good at holding that off. Panda Squad is going to find a nice railgun shot onto Bonesaw, though, and Diamond Dog now pretty far in the backline territory of the Vipers.
And Diamond Dog trying to push forward here with the team, just continue to build this. The ultimate for Winston is really what's going to allow the Lynxes here to take this space and win out on this point, but they have to build it first. The supports have to keep focus on that Winston. Ame in the back, though, trying to make something happen early. Panda Squad taking out Pando, though, instead for the side of the Vipers. Ame finally getting Panda Squad. Not going to find the second just yet. Still in the back line now. Moving back in with the rest of the team. Diamond Dog now at 70% towards that ult. We're getting to the point where the Lynxes are going to be able to push into this point and potentially make something happen. They're now doing it up on the second high ground here, as Ame continues to try and lay down fire from the back. The rest of the Lynxes in the front, distracting the Vipers. Not going to be able to make too much space yet, though. Still waiting on those ultimates.
Yeah, Bladon is going to find Mango early into this fight here, and the Lynxes are going to have to back out as Ame is going to be found fooling around in the backlines there, and Vipers take back that control, looking at both support ultimates. Mafazi's going to fall down to Pando. Pando was just hitting some nice shots today on that Zenyatta, and now the Lynxes are going to look to engage early now that Mafazi is out of the fight.
And they're going to have to do that. But actually, they're not going to have to do that, as Bonesaw also got taken down. The Nano did go out onto Diamond Dog, though, so a lot of the resources from the Lynxes went into this fight. If the Vipers are able to hold here, this is very good for them. Already having to pop Transcendence, though, not going to be a good look. That's a lot of damage coming down onto the Vipers. Vipers going to be taking out Pando, though. That's the big sustain gone from the Lynxes, and Lynx is actually going to fall in the end here. Mango able to take out one, but it's not going to be enough. The Vipers still holding on. 1 minute and 40 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, and the Vipers are doing a phenomenal job right now holding this point. They're going to have 30 ultimates here coming online. Lynxes are only going to have Transcendence and EMP. We've seen some great EMPs this game from both teams, but we need to see the capitalization on these EMPs, seeing if the team is going to be able to really help out that EMP. And Boatsaw's going to find Panda Squad early. The Transcendence is forced, but Mafazi's going to get antied. He needs to get out of there fast.
Yeah, unfortunately, going to use the blade as well. Not going to get any picks with it. Was worth it, though, to stay alive and stay in the fight at least a little bit longer, trying to keep this damage going. But the Lynxes are just moving him around up on this high ground. Lyric going to get bumped off by Diamond Dog. Diamond Dog going to be taken down by Mafazi eventually, and that's not good for the Lynxes. Tank now gone, but so are the Vipers, and this is getting intense. One shot onto Pando. Mafazi gets taken down by Ame, though, and now the Lynxes have control of the point. That was such a back and forth, but slowly only 2 members left alive for the Lynxes. Now the Vipers trying to move back towards the point as more Lynxes collapse onto it.
Yeah, and you know, the Vipers looking to contest this point. It looks like as Panda Squad's going to invest the overclock. Ame is going to find 2, though, Lyric and Toasty Rapids, and now Ame is going to try to find another. Can't quite find Panda Squad, but it doesn't matter because Lynxes are going to cap this point and start moving progress on the card.
Yeah, Ame with those 2 picks, really just ending the fight before it could start securing that objective. And now the Lynxes are moving forward. They only have to go a little bit, 70-ish meters, to make this happen for their victory, putting them 1 up in the series of the best of 5 and onto match point That is what these teams are fighting for. Map point, we're going to see Bladon have that Flux ready. How are they going to use it? Will they get a ton of value? Lynx is only going to have a Nano to respond. Going to have to try and take out Bladon early here to stop whatever the Vipers are planning.
Yeah, and the Diamond Dog does know where Bladon is. They know that he has the Flux to engage through this fight, so they're being careful. They don't want to be grouped up together. They want to make sure that if Bladon is able to use this Flux and get some value, that it's not going to get many. The Flux does come out and get both supports. The Nano is on Diamond Dog. Mango's going to fall really low here. Both supports are completely separated from the Lynxes, and Vipers going to capitalize on the strong. But Lyric's going to find Diamond Dog, though, as Diamond Dog is somewhere in the backlines.
Yeah, Diamond Dog pushed into the backline, but the supports were not able to help out after that lift. Bladon successfully using that lift, not getting any picks with it, but using it enough to just keep that support line from allowing Diamond Dog to get any help.
Exactly. But now both teams are looking at ultimate abilities. A minute 17 on the clock for the side of Lynxes to make this a potential match point for themselves. Vipers looking at a Blade and both support ultimates. Lynxes looking at Transcendence, Primal Range, and EMP. Another massive EMP could come out. Diamond Dog's going to use this Primal Range.
He wants Mafazi. She wants Mafazi. She's going to be looking for him. Not going to be able to quite get him now. Jumping back over onto the high ground. Vipers having to pop Transcendence. Pando and Ame taking out two. Blade coming out for Mafazi, looking for the Zenyatta. Going to be able to find them. Toasty Rabbit's also taking out Ame, looking for the next one. Diamond Dog taking out Toasty Rapids, and this is still not over for the Vipers. The Lynxes trying to stay in it. The Vipers pushing forward. Bladon able to take out Mango, and that is going to be control of the point for the Vipers. 30 seconds left on the clock. Only a few meters the Lynxes need left, but it looks like the Vipers are in a strong position to end this out. 20 seconds left.
Exactly, and you know, Vipers looking at that Flux again as well as Rally. Lynxes only having Transcendence. This has to be a massive Transcendence for the Lynxes to capitalize and win this fight as we approach 10 seconds remaining and only about 10 meters to go here. And the Vipers are going to give them a little bit of space, let them get some room, but Bladon's looking for this Flux and looking to make it big.
And it's going to go right on to the point, lifting Diamond Dog. Going to be looking for another one. Able to take Diamond Dog out. That's massive. Tank already gone. A huge health bar. No longer for the DPS to shoot at now. They could look at all the other players for the Lynxes. Literally, this point is on where it needs to be. It is on the end objective. Overtime is here. 2.67 meters for the Lynxes to push, but the Vipers are winning it out in the end, going up 2-1 in the series on Paraíso.
You enjoy saying that, don't you, Josh?
Yes, I do.
And, you know, but that is entirely fair, and the Vipers are going to get a Pando once again with that play of the game. But that was a great map, and the Vipers are now match point for the Grand Final Series.
What an underdog story it has been all the way back in round one. This team was struggling to find their feet, but now they're standing strong in grand finals. 2-1 against the Lynxes. The Lynxes going to look to change things as we head towards map number 4, having a bit of a team discussion. But now, man, the Vipers must be feeling good, especially after the really rocky start that they had here in the Rumbles.
I entirely agree, Josh. The Vipers, that true underdog story, and also the quite honestly the fan favorite here at Esports Tower. And now they're looking for that grand finals champion spot. The Lynx is looking to defend their throne, and we're going to be looking at a match point for the Vipers, or potentially an origin story for the Lynxes.
Yeah, 100%. They're trying to win it out with a second championship here in the grand finals. They already took round 1 grand finals. Will they be able to take the second as we head onto Control Lijiang Tower once again? Just saw this map played in the 3rd place game, Scorpions versus Barracudas, but now it's here in grand finals. Will we see more hogs fishing? Will we see more boop kills? Or will we see more flyers? What is your opinion, Ryan?
I think that it's going to obviously be entirely map dependent. However, I think we are going to be seeing some hog play coming out from both teams. I think that it was played a lot in our 3rd place match. Why not play it here as well, right? And I think that we may actually see some flyers as well.
Yeah, the Echo looking really, really strong earlier, forcing the Pharah switch, actually. Pharah was typically what we've been seeing in this competition, but now these players are so comfortable on Echo that the Pharah just kind of gets farmed a little bit when there's a second flyer in the sky. So they just have to look out for that, and we are going to be getting just in to map number 4.
Ooh, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good, Josh. We are looking at what potentially could be our new Grand Final champions, or potentially a map number 5 Grand Finals second-to-second series. And it's going to be interesting to see here as we approach Control Center first off, and we're going to see Brawl from both rosters coming out.
As well as the Symmetra. These teams are taking it seriously. Actually, both also going to be switching. Bonesaw going to be jumping onto that Junkrat Mephazi on the Tracer. We've seen a lot of Mephazi on Tracer tonight, and Mephazi's been feeling on fire with the Tracer, finding so many, just multiple frags in a team fight here. But now this team fight is up on the corner, looking to swing onto the Sojourn. It's going to be Bladon who dodges the charge just barely. Panda Squad able to take out Bonesaw, mix the havoc, and now the Vipers have space control, looking to make that further increase that control as they are here taking point.
Yeah, and Lynxes, they went to control that white control room there, but Viper said, we're going to go fight on point. You're going to have to come to us, which really makes Bonesaw not be able to do as much as he wish he could do here. And Diamond Dog's going to be found out of position. She just can't get anyone with that pin, and Bladon's going to take advantage of that, and now they're going to walk forward. Well, okay, they're going to take a quick break, and then they're going to walk forward after getting out of that trap.
Yeah, and Panda Squad looking to make something happen here from the far range, just building this ultimate as well as just getting so much damage down onto the Lynxes. The Lynxes moving back into that white room once again, sending someone to challenge the DPS over on the right side, but it's not going to be enough. Mephazi's there too to help take out Ame. Bonesaw trying to look, but unfortunately not going to be able to find a pick, and the Lynxes not sure what to do. They're swinging around to the backside, trying to get onto this backline, avoiding that window as much as they can, but Bladon's going to find Pando, and Panda Squad and Mephazi going to be taking out a player of their own. Diamond Dog going to fall. That's the tank gone for the Lynxes, and the Vipers are looking so strong here, 60% already.
Yeah, Josh, and the Lynxes, they are going to be coming up on that Riptire and on the Shatter, but Vipers going to be looking at Overclock again, which we've seen Panda Squad do some great work on, as well as that Lucio beat to maybe give some extra health. Mephazi going to win the Tracer duel here, and Ame's going to fall early in this fight as we approach 76% in counting for the Vipers.
A big eye field going to be going on for the side of the Lynxes, as well as the Tire finding Mephazi in the back. There's also a pick in the front line. The Lynx is looking to take control of point here. Overclock for the Vipers might be what they need. They're going to pop it, looking to take out the Junkrat. Bonesaw 1 HP here, trying to stay alive. A little bit help from Ame. Ame going to be able to take out Panda Squad. Bonesaw still alive, finally falling to Toasty Rabbits, but Ame is there for the second frag as well. As back on the points, Mephazi going to be taken down by the Sleep, as well as Mango just continuing to shoot people. And then Diamond Dog had a great shatter there for the Lynxes.
Yeah, and the Lynxes now looking at 3 ultimates still. They only invested 2 that fight, and the Vipers not looking at much of anything other than a Mephazi bomb, and Mephazi may be able to get some more damage. We've seen some great things on the Tracer there. He's going to pressure Ame a little bit, try to build up that pulse bomb some more, and the Lynxes are going to have some good support ultimates here to just engage or disengage depending on how much pressure the Vipers put on here, as Pando is going to speed Diamond Dog on. Bonesaw is going to find Panda Squad. The pulse bomb from Ame is going to find the lamp, and he's going to find Lyric as well. Mephazi is going to find Bonesaw though, and the Vipers may need to step this one back.
And that lamp really just going to be trying to keep the Baptiste alive. Baptiste, such an important character here in these brawl comps. Once you lose your Bap, the fight is essentially over. Both of these teams trying to keep that player alive. Massive job from Ame to take out the Vipers. Now Vipers having this Earth Shatter ready, going to be using it. Gonna get the block though from Diamond Dog and the reverse pin. Now trying to bring Bladon down. It's not going to happen. Bladon takes out Bonesaw, moving back towards the rest of the team now, and finally is going to fall to the Fire Strike from Diamond Dog. Diamond Dog posturing up here and taking space. The rest of the Vipers not able to make anything happen on the point.
Yeah, and Diamond Dog's looking back at her. Once again, a wonderful shatter coming up on the line for Diamond Dog, and Viper is only looking at this amplification matrix, so Panda Squad's going to need to do some work here through this amp matrix here. It is thrown out. The shatter from around the corner. Oh no, Diamond Dog just asserting Reinhardt dominance, and the Lynx is really taking that one strong.
When in doubt, just jump on the window with the stun ability and see what happens. And what happens is the Lynxes take the first point of Lijiang. We're going to be heading to the second round here of Lijiang in just a second. But oh my gosh.
What a shatter.
What a shatter from Diamond Dog to close that out 99 to 100%. Both these teams fighting tooth and nail to, one, the Lynx is wanting to get back in this competition, and two, the Vipers just trying to end it.
Yeah, you know, the Vipers, they really want this win. They don't want to go to a map 5, but the Lynxes, on the other hand, they want to go to that map 5, obviously. They want to take this victory, but the Vipers know that they can win this. We saw how close that was, and now we just need to see the Vipers. They need to take this point, and they need to control it the entire time, but it's difficult when you have Diamond Dog getting 5-man shatter.
Yeah, that 5-man shatter on the window is just going to be crazy. We're going to see these players immediately, both these teams dive onto the point with their abilities. Bonesaw going to take out Toasty Rapids immediately from the Vipers. Lynx is going to be looking very strong, trying to take out the Mercies. Bladon not going to get enough damage in time, but man, this is such an explosive opening as the Lynxes try to continue to collapse on the Vipers in this house. They're going to be taking out Lyric. Bladon not able to get the pick and going to fall off the side. Lynx's Bonesaw specifically popping off. It seems like they got all of the picks there except for maybe one. Bonesaw doing so much and getting a double boop kill there.
Yeah, and now Bonesaw looking 84% towards the ultimate ability, and Viper is not looking too hot on their ultimate, so Lynx is definitely in a good position here, taking this point control, and now, Bonesaw is looking for a boop kill, doesn't manage to find it here, but definitely is ready to use this ultimate ability and potentially just stop the Vipers in their tracks.
Yeah, perfect position once the Vipers move out of this little corridor here. Bonesaw now having to just wait a little bit longer to pop this Q. Going to jump onto the point, trying to find Toasty Rapids. Not going to be able to. Bladon takes out Pando. Justice gets popped. Not going to find anyone. Bonesaw did take Panda Squad out, but Lyric taking out Diamond Dog's not going to be good for the Lynxes. Bonesaw trying to get away at 1 HP.
Oh, and that was close in more than a few scenarios, almost falling off the map there as well. And the Vipers are going to flip the bow. Maybe not. Never mind. I keep saying things and I'm caster cursing. I'm swearing to you.
Yeah, Diamond Dog is moving way too fast. Get back on the point.
Yeah. Lyric is going to take out Diamond Dog, though, and the point does flip over to the Vipers. And now the Lynxes need to recontest. Bonesaw still flying around, getting some damage done, and now is going to look for some early picks to help the Lynxes enter into this fight again.
Having that damage boost from the Mercy is going to help a lot. Trying to find Panda Squad here. 1 HP, able to take out the DPS. Unfortunately, though, Pando gets taken down by Bladon. So they're going to be the trade there. Bonesaw still in the thick of things, trying to make stuff happen. That Diva is going to be a problem. Toasty Rapids falls, though. And now Diamond Dog jumping back in with Lyric, having that Coalescence, able to find Mango. Lyric Vipers trying to respond here with that Coalescence, but they're not able to get enough value out of it as Diamond Dog has both the Nano and his Monkey Rage. He's jumping forward onto the back lines here. Bladon trying to take out Bonesaw is going to be successful. Panda Squad taking out Ame, and man, the Lynx is going to be falling so fast to the Vipers.
Yeah, and that was both support ultimates from the side of Lynxes, and Mafazi is going to find Diamond Dog very late into that fight, and now we are going to see the Lynxes move the bomb. Oh, Mango.
Bonesaw able to avoid the bomb just in time. Unfortunately for Mango, it did take them out.
Yeah, and you know, the Lynxes in the fight. This is a very back and forth fight, 66 to 53 and counting. And the Lynxes looking at both DPS ultimates, Vipers looking at a beat and a overclock again. Panda Squad's gonna pop that as I mention it here, and is going to just nail Mango out of the sky. What a shot!
Not going to have the damage boost for this. Justice it's not going to be good as Panda Squad able to take out Bonesaw as well. Bladon finding Pando, and the Vipers continue to just put the pressure on the Lynxes. Lynxes are up 1 round here on Lijiang, so the Vipers just trying to tie things up right now. 9 93%. The Lynx is still in this, but it's coming down to crunch time.
Yeah, and Lynx is only having this pulse on the fight. Vipers, they are going to have beat, and they're just, Lynx is not going to be able to touch point.
This is map and series point potentially here on Lijiang Tower for the Vipers. They're now 1-1. If they take control of this next map, they will be your Grand Finals champions. And the underdog story of the Esports Tower Rumble, the Lynxes trying to stay in this game. They also want to get themselves on series point in the next map, all they need to do that is win out here on Lijiang.
Yeah, this is it, Josh. This determines whether the Lynxes get to continue to fight and really take their throne back, or if, like you said, the Vipers are going to take this underdog story and win it all in this Grand Finals. Last point, potentially.
Potentially, we will have to see as these teams immediately out with the Symmetra. It's going to be the Lynxes with the speed as normal. We're going to see how the Vipers are able to respond. They decide to regroup. Wait. Actually, what?
Looks like Vipers are going to just change up. Yeah, there it is.
The Vipers are moving as a unit, making sure no one gets picked early. They don't want to mess anything up. They're like, all right, they already have point control. We didn't have a sim. Unfortunate. But now they're going to be looking to re-challenge here. The Lynxes do have this control early, and that is not good for the Vipers.
Yeah, the Lynxes, they really played that well. I don't think the Vipers expected the Symmetra and the Lucio speed onto point. Mafazi's going to find an early pick onto Bonesaw, though. But because of that, Vipers had to go back, reset, and make a good group up. Ame's going to play teleporter game. No. Mafazi is going to find Pando, though, and it looks like Vipers are going to be able to take this point back, even with the pin from Diamond Dog. Panda Squad's going to help out, kill Mango and Diamond Dog here. And now Bladon's going to finish off the last one. Never mind, Mafazi's going to take that. And the Vipers taking back this point.
Yeah, doing a great job taking it back indeed. Now 5% on the board for them. They just have to hold it here if they want to close it out. But the Lynxes are going to respond with a fury that we have not seen yet. We will have to wait and see how they re-challenge this point.
Yeah, we do see Ame coming onto the Widowmaker, going to put some major pressure on Mafazi here. Not going to let him get as much free reign as he wish he does here. But Ame's going to fall down. Bonesaw's going to take out Panda Squad. Pando onto Lyric. So this is actually really big. Instead, Mafazi's going to take out Pando, though it's a very messy fight here. Lyric is going to get revived. The point's going to flip back over to the Lynxes, and the Vipers are going to stabilize a little bit and then recontest this point.
Justice still up for Mafazi is going to be massive too. Bonesaw able to take out Toasty Rapids. Justice coming down, not going to be able to find the targets though, and Diamond Dog finishing off Mafazi. Lyric and Bladon though on the point, making sure the Vipers do not lose it here, trying to recontest it, and they were not successful. Actually, the Lynxes coming out on top, still 50%. Bladon finally taking out Pando, and this is still so back and forth, but I think the Vipers might have it if they are just able to clear out these last couple of players.
Yeah, and this is a very messy fight happening right now, Josh. The Lynxes and the Vipers both staggering themselves on the point. It is in Lynx's control right now, so right now the Lynxes are just stalling for percentage as they are above 30, 40% above Vipers right now as it finally flips back over to the Vipers, but the ultimate's built on both teams.
And Mafazi just trying to pressure out this support here, trying to take the Mercy out, not going to be able to find it. Ame gets taken down from the Lynxes. That's going to be huge already for the Vipers here as they just try to continue to hold this point. Diva going to be able to remake at any time as well with Bladon. And man, Diamond Dog going to be demacked already. Oh, what an eat from Bladon, getting the pulse bomb as well as finishing off, or looking to finish off Ame here, jumping back into the fray, trying to challenge the Echo, but dang, Bladon just doing so much here. Great pulse bomb read.
Yeah, and Bladon is not done yet, going to get rid of that Echo, get rid of Mango.
I got one too, with the Echo.
The duplicate ability is just not going to get the value that Bonesaw wants here.
But he did deny the pulse bomb, which is pretty cool.
That is true, yes. And now the Vipers looking close to that 85% threshold. Bomb is going to come out from Bladon, going to not find anyone, but that is okay. Lynx is coming in with Valkyrie and potentially Bomb. Vipers is going to have that overclock again as well as Valkyrie.
Yeah, overclock going to be coming on soon here as we have the damage boost going on to Panda Squad. Here it is, looking to challenge over on the point, looking at that Echo. Echo going to get the stickies, and also Diamond Dog with the Diva Bomb going to be able to take out Panda Squad. Bladon taking out Diamond Dog, though. Toasty Rat. Ooh, wow, they were D-max. That's super unfortunate for Diamond Dog, but the Vipers continue to just push through the Lynxes here and have point control. 99%. The Vipers could win it here. It's overtime. This is grand finals. The Lynxes have to get back on this point. They're not going to be able to do it. The Vipers are going to win.
Your grand final champions, the underdogs, the Vipers.
The Undersnakes coming out on top, finishing that coil finally. And there it is, all the way from round 1 to the grand finals in round 2 as the champions. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and that is so well deserved from the Vipers here. I mean, they did not have an easy road to get here. And Bonesaw just annihilating the Lynxes there, but they did not have an easy road. Their first matchup was against the Barracudas, and then they had to come here against the grand final champions from round 1, and they did not let that define them.
No, they did not. Mafazi showing up with a fire very early on, but man, just such a great back and forth tonight from all of these players. And man, speaking of the players, who's our player of the week, Ryan?
Our player of the week is going to be Lyric on that wonderful Brigida play tonight, as well as other main supports tonight. It was just incredible to see Lyric play tonight on the side of Vipers, and it was very well deserved, setting up so many kills for other players on the team like Mafazi, and then doing the work on his own. You know, we see back on Route 66, Lyric doing the damage, doing what was needed there, taking that point 2 against multiple other maps as well. Lyric, very well deserved for our player of the week tonight.
Yeah, and man, it has just been an insane week indeed. Grand finals going to the Vipers, the underdogs. Dang, it's just been an insane competition so far, and I just wanted to say congratulations to all of our teams on a fantastic summer invitational. All of the teams showed some fantastic improvement during the event, and these players should be a ton of fun to watch going forward. Congratulations to the Vipers on claiming the championship to wrap up the event. Make sure to join us next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern for a brand new Overwatch Rumble with some new teams and new faces, new players of the week, new plays to see, and some new teams to watch, as well as score pro advice at esportstower.com. You can improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help rank you up. Thank you so much, Esports Tower, for putting this on, and these players have just been insane. I cannot wait when we get into next week for the next Rumble.
Absolutely, Josh. And, you know, they said how to perform under pressure, and Vipers, they definitely took that to an extreme, didn't they, tonight?
They definitely were feeling the pressure. They were feeling it all the way back in round 1. It was causing them to be really shaky at the start of things, but they were able to, figure things out, find the leaks in the ship, plug those cracks, and then get back into the game. And man, just having a great job here. The Vipers, the underdogs and the champions of round 2.
We love those underdog stories, and we love to see them not just as the underdogs, maybe making second place, but as the grand finals champions, beating our previous grand finals champions.
Yeah, the Lynx is going to be placing second. Very unfortunate for them, but they had an incredible run through round number 1 and all the way back to grand finals again in round number 2. Unfortunately, not going to be coming out on top in game 5 like they did in round number 1, but the Vipers definitely earned their victory tonight.
I entirely agree, Josh. These Vipers, they put in the work, they did what was needed, and they definitely did what they needed tonight, and that is what earned them this amazing victory.
I don't think I can say much more on the topic, but the Vipers have done such a great job. Make sure to give yourselves a pat on the back. What an insane performance and comeback here in the competition. But I think that is going to do it for all of us here at Shenandoah and Esports Tower. So thank you so much for tuning in, but I am now going to do my sign-off dance.